to close out the next two. Because I'm not sure, again, what that Vault S&D is going to look like for C9. I feel like the Ravens are a little too hot when it comes to search and destroy, especially, again, a squad like this who seems to trust each other so well. They look so confident, especially after the first few weeks of play. They're a very solid squad. Enough for me and Chance. It's over the desk.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Once again, we got another tight series. And could I ask, who is the most fun player to watch from Carolina in search in particular?
TJ. Has to be TJ. The routes that he's hitting, what do you mean? He is their guy for S&D.
The routes he's hitting, man. Slasher is hitting some routes. We're going to go over one here in a bit, but I'm going to just go with Slasher once again. Kid keeps
I thought you two could battle about it over some highlights. Let's take a look at who's been providing the footage. TJ, he gave us at least 15 seconds during that ace.
I mean, at least. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked with the way this series is going. With both Haciendas and not seeing either of these teams kind of spawn in, and the way Carolina's been playing respawn, the fact that it went opposite. It went Carolina Royal Ravens are going to fall that respawn, we're going to head into the search and destroy, and it just felt like they weren't as confident on side of Cloud9. It didn't feel like they were on the same page.
Allie, last time we saw Cloud9 playing, it was Kremp. 5 first bloods in search and destroy. Does he have to do that every time in search, or is the team able to pick it up later in the series?
No, the team will pick it up. What's weird about this is it's usually like Kremp and TJ when we watch on the side of Carolina Ravens for search and destroy, but Vivid also can show up when he needs to play, and I feel like we saw that.
I mean, so far on Hacienda, we've just seen straight up bang outs in search and destroy. This one, like, yeah, at times you play very aggressive. Yeah. Listen, Carolina was in total control throughout this map. Like, they know exactly how they want to play search and destroy. They're able to change the pace round to round, and that's just a testament to the amount of work that they put in over the break, right? So if they're going to be that good in search and destroy, they're going to be very tough to take down any of these squads. Carolina takes game 2, but it's Cloud9. With the first win in our best of 5, we're knotted up. We'll see at least another hard point. Will we see a game 5, Allie?
I already called that we were going to get all 4 game 5s today, so I'm sorry, guys. We're definitely going to a game 5.
It's time, though, to draw some conclusions. Nameless, what do you have for us this time around?
Yeah, we don't do too much search and destroy, so let's get into one. We saw a really good strategy here, a great round out of the Carolina Ravens.
What the fuck?
Teams are trying. We're seeing stuff that we haven't seen before just yet. So, so this is an offensive round, and what you're going to see here, this is Slasher number 1, right? He's taking a super long route around just to where you can get information here, but what Carolina's trying to do is they're trying to slow down the game. So we're going to jump back into the mini map, and I'm going to show you Gwyn and why he's positioned right here with the bomb. So he's going to find this kill. This is the first blood of the round. He pushes him out, gets that kill, okay? So let's go back into the mini-map. So he has a teammate here watching the wide pinch all the way around. He's watching bottom mid, and then he's gonna wrap back and check the other angle where you can get into bottom mid, okay? So they're giving up all the hallways, right? But the reason they're doing this is because they're in total control. They know that nobody can get to their base because after they clear out down low, which what I just talked about, these two players can wrap back and clear the lobby. They can also hear the top door if anybody opened it. So they know nobody's gonna be behind enemy lines, and number 2 can come through and pick this cut up as well. And by the time the misdirection all happens, Slasher is going to be all the way your back boathouse, right? So given there are a lot of lanes, there's obviously leverage people can get on this map going up top or bottom middle. They cleared out everything by virtue of sound and also taking space. So everything that you want to see in a Call of Duty search and destroy round, particularly on offense, you saw it here. Yeah. This is a great strategy and well executed by Carolina.
Allie, Slasher didn't get into that top position until 50 seconds on the clock.
And what's even
they
funnier,
take their time.
What's even funnier is he didn't even get anybody. All he did was feed that information to his team to be like, hey guys, like I have made it completely into boathouse size. We don't have to pressure over towards the A site. They make the wrap. It's just the communication was on a different level for the side of Carolina Royal Ravens.
All right, Oracle, tell me how this one plays out. What do we got moving forward?
I think Carolina's still in this series. I'm still rolling with my pick. I think they get it done 3-1.
Vault, Skyline, both going their way. Okay, can you give me a Skyline score? Is it close or blow?
Well, last time I believe it was a 13-point difference. Yeah. I think it's going to be a 50-point difference this time.
Wow.
Inside of Carolina.
Cloud9, it's your turn. Let's go back and forth all the way to a game 5. Miles and Chance, take it away.
Thank you very much. Back and forth to a game 5 sounds about right today. We've got the best of the best. We're doing fantastic as far as this. Oh, I got it, Chris. I got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. And so do you have it, CDL fans, because we're going into a Vault Control. Surprised to no one, but the chance this should be a banger.
Looking forward to it. And if you're looking at the old control stats as well, 48 players we have in the league, and Sib has the 50th overall KD in the game mode. So he's shamelessly snaking. We saw it on the map 1. Maybe that'll be the big difference maker here on Vault. Plenty of head glitches where you could do it. Plenty of stairs he can lay down into. If that's what it's going to be, we'll see how things develop. But certainly a player that struggled in the first 2 weeks. An elite caliber player. Yet to show off the goods, but we saw good form earlier on.
We sure did, folks. So far, not ideal record for C9 when it comes to control, but there's lots of time to turn that around, and it might be this series indeed. But for the Ravens, they'll be happy, sitting at both third in attack and defensive win rate. And it is just this map. It has not really been, not a lot of Hacienda, not a lot of protocol. It has very much been all eyes there on C9 as they approach the point. They'll be the team attacking first.
They're just going straight from the left side of the map control, trying to get the hallways. TJ, though, gonna take it from you. Great concussion, so the tack usage on point. Attach might show up in the feed with a grenade, but Attach right now, sort of the only man up for the squad, but doing his job, at least turning heads, and that's enough to catch Vivid off guard and get him killed. So a little bailout moment for C9, but TJ might be there to slam the door shut, picks up a big 2. You got the Carolina players swarming on defense.
Lots of intel there from Slash, and I'll pass over to his boys. 2 going right. Teach there for the pick up at the back. Nice work there. Off spawn, right into the fray. Defensively pretty sound. You get one man in the zone for a moment. You know he's gone down low. You know he'll be over by B in a second. And once again, that Slasher out on the wings. I'm going to keep that player at bay, but right now, not ideal. You've lost a lot, and it's a 3-man stack on A.
So polite from Slasher. Doesn't want to kick open the door and make too much noise. Just makes his present known and repositions himself. Unfortunately for him, though, every one of his teammates falls and guns him. Nice solid work there to
2 and 3
lock under the flank, and it looks like the final ticks should roll through for some time. The nade, though, softens them up, so you might be able to get them off the point. They're going to do exactly that, so the defense continues. Carolina making it mixy.
Making it real mixy. Kremlo is the last man. The up, and he's down and out. Civ now trying to go toe-to-toe with Tej, brings him to his knees, and that could be the capture. Again,
I'll leave that to you.
Folks, more of these bang outs on A. This one's so important. The Ravens trying to stay alive. 3 dead. Last man, Krim. This could be the map.
That's beautiful work, and honestly, I like the nades coming through as well. They got the close ones to land on the zone rather than the deep mid toss of Carolina. I mean, doing their homework, and A+ for the moment, but you gotta finish the round. That B zone has been opened, so Mac is gonna be stopping the clock to buy his teammates some time, but TJ, he wants the time for himself. Kills getting lined up, players getting gunned down. Carolina, so clean on defense. That was an absolute stampede.
Yeah, that was nearly uncontested. Vivid seemingly picking up like 3 kills without being on the minimap there. Really, really well done by the Ravens. An absolute monster, if you will.
And I just wonder if Vivid feels at home when he picks up a Jackal and he goes, I can fly again. Let me go on it.
Not sure.
And you can see his shot is elite as well. We had a few years where we were able to keep track of like accuracy stats, and Vivid was always towards the top of that leaderboard. Granted, plenty of players go for wall bangs, use excess bullets, so it's not a perfect stat, but nonetheless, an elite shot from Vivid and a elite round as well. Carolina, super solid on that defense.
Celium's incredibly low accuracy.
It's true,
mostly because he spent games shooting buddies. That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks, here we go. Back at it. Ravens into the point ASAP. We've not missed a single beat, have we, Vivid? That's 7 in a row. Gwyn's got top covered. Eyes up. Needs are there as well. You are in trouble, Krem. This is a lovely bit of work halfway through A.
And keep in mind for the zone capture as well. Vivid might get a cruise missile off of this, so TJ's on a 4 spree as the front man. Getting close to the cruise, that kill, wow, if you got the kill closer, needs to win a couple extra. And again, he wants to get the capture, desperate to stay alive. And he does get taken down, but still good progress on this A zone, and a 3, make it 4 life lead for Carolina. And you trade this player out, well, you would have gotten the zone, but attached there to take it from you. The defense still holds.
Look at that Jackal shot. Finds a couple. And they managed to save A for now. Oh, Gwyn, you lucky boy. Takes care of attach. Kremp's out now as well. 2 dead. 1 player's on B. And we're looking towards the A love as well. No, maybe not. Nice wins there. As Mac makes the middle of the map his. Raven's going to double back and finish the A work.
Yeah, you see they chalked it up and repositioned for it. Sort of toyed with the idea of that B zone play. But now you need to make sure you're actually successful on winning the round. Gwyn has been waiting for a kill to fall into his lap, but has to jump up to actually make it happen. And in the meantime, it's actually just taking position enough to get these trades to roll through. And once again, 2 ticks of progress getting made. The team on offense may be getting a bit too squirrely. And you gotta go back and finish the job, but they're struggling, and C9 is delivering.
They're doing a fantastic job holding this all together, despite the calamity. Deep breath, boys. Together as one. You've still got a chance to hit this. Perfect nade there from Mac. Middle of the map now, blast wide open. Attach! 1 or 2 piece. That's going to be it. Surely not. Are we able to get a couple of kills here? No. C9. Defensive masterclass. They've got all bases covered. What a fantastic round.
Yeah, huge kills coming through as well. I think Carolina maybe got a little bit too ahead of themselves. And if you win that one gunfight in back art, I can't remember who fell, but I know Sib is the guy that picked up the kill. If he doesn't win that one, things could have spiraled out of control in Carolina. Maybe pull off an offensive round win, but as soon as you lose it, end up stuck in no man's land on that side of the map. Some small missteps on the objective, and all tied up on a few fronts. I believe the ticks are tied as well. I think. Don't quote me.
No, I'm not quoting nothing bit. And it's always a spicy game of Vault, ain't it? Vivid's having one of those maps where every kill just seems to go your way. And we go once again. Now, folks, don't forget the scoreboard is not reflecting accurately. So right now, look at the player icons low right. That is an accurate representation of the stats. And that is an ideal opener there. Krem, oh, nice, he gets in, he's in, and he's got teammates here to stack. So there's the forward push. You set up a new front line, and you get a player on the point.
Yeah, and already forcing those distance spawns, which Carolina, they want to eliminate this threat immediately. 3 players had him dialed it in. No funny business. If there's a player in art, he needs to die. And that is efficient work from the Ravens to sort of clean house, get that map position back, and no ticks have rolled through. That's a cheeky B hit idea on the attack, but no dice and no dice there. Sib, light work for Teach.
Oh, Mac and Krem, light work for Teach. He's on 7 HP, and he somehow walked away with a pair.
6 more than he needs, Miles. TJ, an unstoppable force, and now Vivid ironed up, and he gets the middle of the map, and he disappears. Sid shooting nukes out of that edge.
I take it all back. I was like, yeah, man, Vivid's having one of those games, man. Negative. Simp right in there. Big kills though from the Ravens. Now putting on the cut-offs. Mac, good read. 3 dead straight away onto the A zone. 22 seconds paused. With enough bodies on the point, this could be a cap. Can they survive the onslaught? Mac says, yes, please. Not a multiple man stack just yet, but you're getting it done slowly.
I gotta say, I appreciate Vivid as well. Accidentally goes prone into a stair glitch, but he's someone worthy of respect, so he gets out of it, ends up costing him his life, but we play on. 20 seconds on the game clock, ticks of progress rolling through. C9 adds the extra kills, but now for a 1v1 in Gwyn. Last man standing clears him off the point. Desperation effort now for C9.
And Mac makes something happen. He's going for the full flank, waiting for his boys as well. Slashers not let this happen. Oh my word, it nearly gets it. Mac with 2. What a play, but nobody home. Ravens take the lead.
I wish I was feeling like Teach. Best play, almost assuredly going to go to him. That 3-piece towards the middle of the map, the absolute tone setter in that round. Here's a second look. A snap.
Usually it's sometimes easy to slip through the left side. Just hardly anybody checks it.
That is all 4 players on C9 shooting at him at one point. Attach even from the outskirts of the map. Got a tag in.
If you got people fighting in mid and right side, you're just easily able to just run through that top cat and start flanking.
Continued his path to destruction here on Vault Control.
You can do that, or if you see that your teammates get kills on the way to their spawn, just go ahead and wait for the spawners and just start killing them off spawn.
Segment department in the tick side of things. Here we go.
Just just a wild looking minimap. Yeah, patience coming out of Gwen. Him and TJ working together to control the hallway or catwalk, depending on your comm preference. And, well, the comms pay off. Vivid even showing up with the feed. That is nearly every man gone. No two-piece for Attach this time. He's the last man to fall, and this is great progress rolling through. Carolina already tied up on the Ticks front, and, I mean, they get one more. They've locked up defense for the final round, and that's only if we get there.
How's Teach getting these kills, man? Nice work out of Slasher to pick up the final 2. Second segment long gone. Defense secured for the Ravens. There we go. 5 spree from Slasher, doing most of this from within the zone, which is now gone. See if you can't net any more.
Every time I see Slasher's face, bro, it makes me think like homie's got a big old fucking wad of dip in his mouth. He's about to get ready to fuck it.
Already dominant in the lobby, and now he's the bailout. Get his team out of spawn. Leading charges well, and Mac out here throwing haymakers to try to deal with them. Smooth moves of attack into the pre to TJ, making it look easy.
He's looking so smooth.
See a little dink shit.
Oh wow, come on, Siege. His range, if it's up close, it doesn't matter on the slide off the dive. Ow. Yeah, what was that? Sim gets 2. Oh my goodness. Well, that
About
was
time.
from C9. You really wanted that.
Damn scoreboard broke.
Back to this, by the way. I think it's worth your time and effort on offense to just chuck some.
I was gonna say, but it's still negative, but scoreboard broke.
Break and just blow up that van from the jump, so you don't have to worry about it at all. But right now, what C9 have to worry about is their life count. 12 is certainly a good chunk with only minute 10 on the game clock, but need to make sure you keep Carolina off the zone. You do not want them to stop the clock because the kills still flowing their way.
Well, at this point in time, C9 have got a couple of players making their way up the B Street. Teach wins another one in the middle of the map, so now you're getting ever closer to the point. Max still keeping it together. 50 seconds to go. Life count starting to get low.
And a scattered minimap as well. A lot of pressure on the C9 boys in this moment, but great awareness there. Out of Sib, finds a pick towards the middle of the map. You got Slasher maybe thinking about taking routes, and as soon as he does it, Attach actually picks it up. So C9 do have all the information, but still a mixy moment. You got TJ getting near the zone, and you got to worry about this arc control. Attach, though, wins the big one. Now you just have to stop Teach.
Teach, that's where it's so easy. Oh, what a shot.
Oh my
He catches out the damage, doesn't get the kill though. Last few lives now remaining in 10 seconds on this one. Ravens flying forward, hoping for something, or a tag or two into the backer. Mac is one thing. Attached now makes his way out through the threshold. Final 5. Viv is going to be the man to get on the point. If he drops here, that's the round. If he gets a kill, it's anyone's game, and that could be it. Ravens are out of lives, and now round 5.
Yeah, solid defensive hold, guns getting warm, and you can see C9 super heads up in the comms and gameplay department as well, catching players when they're trying to take routes. Great sense of the timings on the map. An overall solid round on defense. However, Carolina did more.
It's funny that even with Gatorade, they got to take off the sticker. No sponsors.
A 65-35 split favoring the defensive end, so Carolina in a bit more of a comfortable spot, but make no mistake.
Which one? There's like
one moment on an attacking round, and you can absolutely make something happen. So C9 gonna come out with a bit of ferocity for this round 5.
Whoa, I saw a little look there from T. He's mean. He's so mean, so dangerous. I think it's gonna be an incredibly important map in the series. Huge difference maker. That trophy worth its weight in gold right now. Up top, Kremp. Huge damage. Brings down Tej, but man, that was a tough fight. Here we go. Back and forth. The white and blue. As our checkered kill feed now comes to a bit of a close. You've got at least a few players now for C9 on the A zone. First segment gone. Mac trying to keep the line held. Does just that. Tej brings him down. Here we go. A couple more players over the top side. Sib trying to get involved.
And it was such a good opening break, and they got a couple extra kills, but still only one tick of progress. So not really able to set up a stack, and even then, getting a couple more kills, and this time they got the double stack rolling through. This is your moment to actually secure this A zone, but they're hopping off it because they're concerned about the pressure, and maybe they should be. They get wiped off the board. And now you got players crawling in your spawn. Attach, waiting for a kill to fall into his lap, but it's Gwen that gives him the hands. Bullets to the face, and C9 back to their spawn.
Whoa, what a moment. Less than a minute. Big wins from Sib on the catwalk. Staying alive in every possible angle. Gwyn still keeping the front door incredibly safe. Keeps them guessing. Slasher on the trades in mid. Last man up is going to be attached, and Teacher's got him.
That's crazy. Sib gets the 2 kills. No one for Carolina even turns like to care. Not worried about the flank at all, and they just keep their guns forward, and that was a right read in the right moment. 22 seconds on the game clock. If you're Carolina, you absolutely fight to keep them off this A zone.
Oh, they're doing just that. Tej still keeping that backside safe, and it's down to attach. He's going to make himself known in a moment. Can Gwyn read it? He's got him. He's got the kill as well. That might be it for the Ravens. Last chance. Last bit of heroics now. You've got to make something happen, C9. Vivid's still on the back. Takes care of one. Over to the B zone immediately. An immediate read, and Vivid's down. Max keep the game.
Can he be the hero? Sib gets a kill as well. That's the duo making it happen, and Matt continues to be the guy. He at least bought you the A zone. He is your lifeline right now for C9. Their opportunity is still here.
All the winds of chaos are blowing right now. Mac at the helm. Sib now pushing forward. A couple of kills goes his way. Is Vivid going to go drop? Oh my word, what a win from Kremp. You keep that front line safe and sound onto the B zone. The trucks have gone and no one's died.
Look at that kill feed, though. That is that Carolina blue showing up in spades. Attach gets dealt with, and you're back to your spawn, and you do not have the lives. C9, they got to play this like a round of S&D, just about. You don't want to play for trades. You need to get these kills. And you got to get them all at once.
He's just turned, man. He's looking for any of these red dots. He's found a couple. The big pinch. Another player through the middle of the map is going to be the last man here for C9 to make something happen. And Vivid, as accurate as ever, brings them down. Sib now fighting tooth and nail to fight their way forward. The last 2 members of C9. Can they make something happen? Or is it going to be TJ? There he goes into the feed, the last man. And what a battle this has been on Vault. The last chance.
Stay down, you dumbass.
Both teams fighting their hearts out. Ravens take the lead.
The 1v2, do something, clutch it out. Stop going up and down.
Call of Duty world, he's an old man at this point, but I stand by it. It seems like he has leveled up his gameplay, maybe trying to reach that final form. Whatever he has done from, I mean, even last year he was looking super solid, so he has just really sort of come together and found his own. Whether that's the dynamic of the squad, maybe the new duo he's found in Gwyn. Whatever the case may be, he has been successful, and Carolina has been successful as well in this series. 2-1 lead, and if not for Sib Snakes, could have been a 3-0, but you got to do what you got to do to stay in it. We're at least going to see a map 4, but looking at the scoreboard, you just got to feel like Tej. 40 bomb with 4,100 damage, so clean, and on the offensive end especially, dropping 16 with 8 of those on the objective. That is the difference maker that gets you the defense on the round 5. Credit where credit is due. Him and Vivid were shooting.
What a map. A long one there on Vault. And the lead now for the Ravens here in round 2 of Minor 1. And Cloud9, man, I mean, so many good moments, so many insane plays, but just couldn't account for that little extra that we got out of the Ravens. And that was the difference maker. Piece after piece after piece, man. I mean, Attach was having a game for himself. We saw a lot of sub action from him. I think the biggest thing for me now, chances, Mac's been a little quiet compared to the Demon we saw yesterday. He was somewhat exercised. Kremp's having a play or 2 here, but it just seems to be a tiny, tiny bit of a misstep here from C9 at times. And the Ravens are absolutely punishing in that regard. But regardless, mate, we're going to go to another hard point now, and this could be anyone's game. The first hard point was such a banger on Hacienda. Oh, we could still be looking at a game 5.
And, you know, one of the best things that C9 was able to do is just ban the protocol hard point.
Pin pineapple, apple pin.
We saw in the first 2 qualifying stages that Carolina is destructive on that map. So, at the very least, we are going to get...
I have a pin. I have an apple. Apple pin.
About your chances to see a map 5, and I don't want to take too much away from Mac or discredit him at all, because he absolutely was making some hero plays on the map. And right now for Cloud9 New York's like control, especially vault control, just a struggle point. Like, they're good, they can fight, but something is just a little bit off, that they haven't quite cracked that code. But maybe it's just some unlucky moments, maybe just a little bit more work that needs to be put in. But either way, that's it for the 3rd game mode that we have on the map number 4, a Skyline. This is gonna be fun.
man. Just the way that all of our subs are shooting today, yeah, this is going to be something, man. Vault S&D, if we have to go to that final map, but for now, 6-2-3-2. The return of the Ravens, the rise of the Ravens here in this series after losing map 1, Skyline. How are we dressing, Chance? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think it's going to be an absolute sort of bloodbath on the map as well, because C9, while they might be slightly behind in control, they're still absolutely keeping up in the kills column. They had a sort of masterful comeback on the Hacienda, and sort of snake jokes aside, it was well orchestrated efforts from the team. So I think they're playing really good Call of Duty. Even the timings and the picks up they had on the control, like clearly heads up gameplay rolling through, and Sib and Attach have absolutely performed better in the minor than the first 2 weeks. So Skyline is a map that's just going to test you. I know we've seen some highlight reel plays coming out of Slasher, though, that have been unbelievable to watch, him jumping off the top rope. So we know Carolina is going to bring it. It's up to C9 to match that energy.
Energy does seem to be the issue, but it looks like more of an issue for the Ravens, who, I mean, Gwyn looks sweeping. Little nap, Gwyn. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Air of tension there for the boys.
I am streaming right now. I'm on YouTube.
It's a one and done, so you lose the series, folks, and you are out. You're joining us a little late.
Yeah.
And not your regular season programming. The Ravens have got a lot to live up to after their first few weeks of play before the holiday break. They were incredibly dominant, top of the leaderboards.
Hell yeah.
For some reason, though, they have been sensational to watch. C9, the exact opposite. A tremendous turnaround here, and it's been their performance in the minor that has shown us that, you know, they're a real contender. If they can bring a dub here on Skyline against the hot Ravens, that game 5 could be anyone's.
48 players in the league, 48th on the old hardpoint KD as well. The man has struggled, but he's digging deep, doing whatever it takes to try to get his team to a map number 5. An 11-point Hacienda hardpoint. But Hacienda, the way it plays for hardpoint, it's pretty structured. P1 can be a little bit of a blender, but outside of that, you got to make those structured plays. Skyline is a different beast entirely. Gonna be fun to watch, see how these players can manage it. A lot of AR players switching to subs at time, and occasionally subs switching to ARs. It is a hill-dependent thing. You need the right gun in the right moment.
Oh, I finished my Snorlax one. Hell yeah.
Yeah, right, so it's time. Tej and Krem spotting each other in the gym there, and it does look like a big win. Look at this, look at this angle. What is this cacophony of chaos? What a view. The observers just blessed us.
Right. 8 more themed collections to finish, and I'll finally get that secret Mew card.
Mac's locked in for it. He's ready for the insanity. You pick up the okay. Maybe that's why he's got one of the lower KDs. That's an insane gunfight. TJ just gonna shotgun him.
Damn!
Get the left side spawns, which is great news. You have a lead, which is good news. Admittedly, that lead is gonna dissipate just a little bit because 10 seconds of scrap. Carolina, more than likely gonna take the lead on this approach. Attach a little bit of freedom, try to pick up some kills as the front line push, and Sib is just, wow, yeah, okay, sure, dude.
Vivid. Attach now picking it up, finds himself at least one. He's got to get away, but that stun really hurts. Here comes Gwyn right into the hard point, and he's got no one here to help him just yet, so he has to back one up. What an awkward fight, and he somehow, what is going on? Skyline, it's ridiculous. 3 dead, this is ridiculous. Gwyn hasn't even regained his health. So much going on.
Look at Miles.
What
is going on?
Kremp and Sib crouched down, ready to try to pounce on P2 and Vivid. Sharks in the water.
Doink. What kind of sharks? Get a what? Easy one for Mac. Trades again. Absolute mania. Another 3 dead there for C9. They have not been a terribly effective force on trying to break this P2. Ravens happy for this one. Oh dear, by the rotation. Mac wins a doozy against Vivid. Awkward bit of back and forth again in the kill feed, but you're looking at the rotation right now. It's anyone's kitchen.
Damn it.
Attach. What a win.
Master Chef on the time, and that just does not work out.
Yeah, I was trying to get this Scyther.
Control, you're feeling pretty good about your their chances, but Kremp showing up in the feed. Had a bit of a slow start, but he delivers there for 2. Sib does as well, and the most stability C9 has had in this game, and it's the right time to do it on this time. But as Sib gets dealt with, the dominoes begin to fall, and the players spawn out. The most important man on the map falls, and the hill crumbles with it. Carolina back in control.
I don't know.
Some discourse here does get picked up by Mac.
Damn it.
Off the top of the balcony there, over to the other side of pool. Slasher, slow and steady on the inside of the hard point, doesn't get a thing. Moving here on the cross, doesn't get it either. Beautiful work there from C9 on the approach. Kremp finds himself a pair, and with that, the rotation to do. Can Kremp find any more? Absolutely, my friends. 3 in a row, and the hard point's theirs.
And Gwyn gets dropped as well. It is the chaos of these spawns, right? 2 players from Carolina spawn on one side of that. The other 2 end up spawning out. So Kremp blocks the spawns, crosses that 50-yard line exactly when he needs to. And another moment where I say, C9, excuse me, in control. And we got all the C's, all the blues, we got everything going, just like C9 has the hill time. And this is turning into the Money Hill fashion. Mac pushed out as well. This is where you can finally run the score up.
Oh, he's going to get it as well. Whoa, big damage. Mac, still alive. Wow, what a play. The dive from top AC, and it took so much to bring him down. Now finally up to the hard point you go. It is 3 dead. Last man Krem. Hard point break. Halfway there for the Ravens.
Yeah, if you didn't already have your seatbelts locked in and secured, go ahead and do that now. It is going to be a blender of a map. It is chaos, and on the mini-map, players...
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Flanks coming up. Who has spawns? I don't know. Who has time? Is it attached Slasher? God only knows. You get the final 10 seconds.
I know somebody got it in
of leads
Discord.
As the hill pops to the new time. Carolina, they'll be there first.
Everybody take a deep breath. Second set, hard points now upon us. Yes, right, folks, we're doing it again until somebody gets to 250. Whew. Top side of the map full of C9 players. They have managed to make this hard point wide open. Here comes the bedroom hit. Krem picks up a pair, and it looks like Mac dived and hit his head on the pool there and died, but he did not. It was Slash's 5 spree that got the job done. Damn, son, it's endless.
And even Slasher pulling out the Javelin moments while picking it up off the ground, mind you, but no trophies in time and no face left. He gets dealt with. And now you got a route coming through from Teach. So Teach is starting to work the spawns as well, but he does get traded out. So C9 keeping things under control, but obviously a hyper close game.
Yeah, you think the gameplay's crazy? Let's go through a list.
Selling it. That's his name.
Machine Gwen, I think you went right. Yeah, go shark. Bar, going right. Yeah, we're spawn down. Go back, come back. Yeah, we're getting tree. Bottom bed Teach. We're getting to you. Hot tub Teach. Hot tub went, Jim. Let's double slide dark. I spawned on the back. Lamar spot. One's back flat. I'm nading on Lamar spot. I'm out for Lamar spot too, Mac. Dead. I'm waiting for dark. Nice, guys. Back door. Back door. Out over here. Heal down tree. Tree chip. Dead. Nice, good job. I front door. Heard that. Three dummies. Top mid, one shot dead. I'm only piano. Top mid, Vivid. I have a front door. Reese coming front door. Reese is not in. Front door. One shot. Could be right. Could be white. Yeah, blow me up. I'm making it. Slow white. Nice, guys. Hot to maybe? Yeah, nice, guys. I'm going down. Putting me fast. No, what's going on? Guarantee this time. Yeah, there's only one. I was only one out. One's going Jim or new? I read Jim. I'm looking for this guy. I don't see Jim. You win 200 now. You. I'm going right now. He's someone brought me up time after this. I will. Go back. Yep. Take your time here. Set. Let me see you guys over here. I'm gonna get him over your mid. Okay, one there top stone. I'm playing stuff front. I'm hitting top. Yeah, hitting piano. Just hit piano. Yeah, piano on me. I'm hitting top. All new dead. Piano dead. Nice. Stone out of the. Yeah, I'm dropping stone. He's dead. Nice. All TVs. All their sides. I won't get focus front. They're all going to be heads. Focus front. I'm one shot. Deep right. I want chair. I'm laying down in there. I'm laying down in there. I'm TVs. He's hard stun TVs. Hard stun.
Nice. It's knocking on my door.
One shot out. Nice, good job. Nice, I'm sitting outside. Turn right. I'm pushing through. One bed. No, grill mid. Heard you. One behind you. Behind me. We spawned grill. I'm wrapping around. I'm going top mid. He's outer and top. I'll drop small then. Outer and top. Barty. I'm looking.
Fucking sloppy joes, dude. Hell yeah.
Going to pile bottom bed. Turn around.
Been a minute since I've eaten these.
I'm gonna stay. One shot you. I've left. I'm just getting a shower you. One shot top zone. I'll left. There's 2 left.
And Skyline is just the map that is a marathon that you are forced to sprint. It is exhausting, and you can see C9 bringing the energy. They have the lead as well, and they're bringing the fight to the time. But Carolina also have that dog in them. The chaos continues.
Oh, it's just endless, man. We got TJ here for a moment. One player by grass. Bottom bedroom shenanigans, and it's Gwyn. Oh, Slasher staying alive, trying to bait Mac out for a moment. All it does is buy time for the pitch to pick up.
I like Lay's mixed or barbecue chips. More like barbecue now. I don't like it.
It's 3 from inside the point.
Yeah, good spree, good time to collect. Can't quite get number 4th, but it should be easy trades for Vivid. Still worried about the back spawns.
Yeah, now they're 2 barbecue.
They can be read. Mixy in these moments, but all is well that ends
So like
well.
taste.
And just like the first set of rotations, we go into new time, and it is effectively tied up. This has been a battle. These players must be exhausted.
Sleepy boys. Well, lead change once again. C9 are back in it. Back over to P1 we go. 3rd time round. Tej took a tag or 2 on the way up there, but this is absolutely what you want. Seriously difficult player to deal with. Enough to buy his boys some space to get on the point. Watch out for Mac, though. He'll be in contention in a moment for that. The Slasher gets himself a trophy down for a second, wins a couple of fights, and that's a bit of time now, and another lead change for the Ravens.
Yeah, I love that like little look from Tej too. It's like the insanity of this map design of like they track Tej, knew he hit the rope, but you just don't know what direction you go after that. It's so difficult to lock down, and look at the spawns rolling through as well. All of a sudden, Carolina have one player spawn on the left side of the map just because Sib spawned out on the right, so you have the early advantage on P2 going to Carolina, but still, 15 seconds of scrap is honestly a good chunk of time. At least it certainly feels like it with how close this game has been.
Absolutely. It will come down to scrap. This is going to be a close finish regardless of the game clock. Ooh, Slasher. Lovely shots at range. Brilliant second. Over 200 points we now go. The back line wide open, and it's Mac who's managed to sneak on through. He's infiltrated the rear. Can he win this one?
Nice win.
That's huge. Mac stays alive. Front line now starting to encroach upon the Ravens.
Getting that second kill was everything just to open up the floodgates. Slasher though on a 5 spree, but in the meantime, still effectively fighting from the back, and Slasher, he's taking routes to make this happen. There's number 6, but C9 has collected a good chunk at this time. So as good as the hill starts, C9 get most of it, and then TJ, last man standing, not enough to get it done. C9 can still technically win it here as Carolina. I mean, they're gonna flood. They will absolutely be able to contest, but it's just gonna be a battle on this new time. It is anybody's game.
Anyone's game still, and these gunfights are so ridiculous. Sib trying to hit every single possible pixel he can, and again, an incredibly close hard point. Over towards New. Slasher wins it for now, but you are going to be looking at the full might of C9, trying to descend upon this kitchen, trying to grab the final 10.
And you just got to settle down, play for kills. You're not in a hurry. You just need this one break, get everybody positioned, and then you go.
You've done it plenty of times before, but so far it's starting to get a little bit nervous, holding this down very well indeed. You start to find the kills. You pull the player off a point. Attach gets a 3. That was ridiculous. How did that happen? Is he going to be able to find a few more? Maybe. Slasher at range. Enough to get C9 on the inside. 5 seconds for the win. Here comes the last flight of the Ravens here on Skyline, and that is 3 down. Last man gone. Game 5.
And tell me Dylan Attach just did not call game. A 3-piece out of nowhere to open the map up.
Damn it.
Untradeable in that grill corner. C9 fighting in these hard points, and that map again is an absolute marathon. It takes you to the limits, and we only get a small break before we queue up for a map 5, but that has been the theme of the day. We're going the distance. We are going for speed. Who's going to be crowned the winner in advance in this minor tournament? The king of the blue teams.
Well, folks, an unbelievable stat line there from Sib. That 4,300 damage. Beautiful work all around. Dripping with passion. This matchup was another incredibly close hard point between the Ravens and C9. We forget all about that though, folks. We got ourselves a game 5 on Vault. Another game 5 today as the upper echelons of our teams here in Minor 1 go toe to toe. After that P4 in the second set, there was no looking back, man. C9 just took flight.
And just that like 2-hill stretch on the second set of rotations where they just built up that 50-point lead. Granted, it got Mixie a full 60, got Carolina right back into it, but it is just a map where you just need those sequences. You need to find that little something extra to get that success. But as you pointed out, the past is the past. The future is a Vault S&D. It is an absolute bang out of an S&D map as well. So it's going to be fun. 2 teams getting after it. A lot of great S&D players in this lobby. And again, king of the blue teams, the crown, the extra 10 CDL points you will get, and the opportunity to play for 20 grand at the end. Fun day of Call of Duty we've had so far.
And it's not over yet, folks. Quick commercial break on the other side of it. Conclusion to this series, Game 5. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Bound, bound, bound,
The
bound.
Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Boom, boom, boom.
We're good.
Take it on the chin. Get ready for the next round.
Wow. Okay. Well, something to note. Never f***ing dive off that ever again.
Search and destroy.
Wow. Okay.
With another nice shots from Dashy, though. Some bad timing. He is going to find him. It's just Kleenex scrambling, trying to get around, get around. Drops in between. Dashy with all 4 and the defuse. Talk about the ice. Did he get it? It was very close. I don't. Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it. I think there's a miscomm there. There's a miscomm.
No, it's just COD League TV. You replay everything. I've yet to see us on there.
Attach was pissing lead from the barbecue as his team broke the point, locked this one down, and forced yet another Game 5 on this -1 round 2 bang out day. And what do you know, folks?
Yeah.
Another vault is going to be surely a delight.
And Attach is bringing the energy right now. He's old by Call of Duty standards, but he is 28.
I don't think there was 1-3-0 today.
Life hasn't aged a day in the past 10 years. He's only grown a little bit of facial hair. Incredibly nice kid. unfortunate that has a snake on his team, but he's been doing fantastic.
That's no kid, that's a man.
Very
that's
true,
a man,
but like,
baby.
The Rocker reverse swept. Reverse swept.
Yeah, some people just stay that age forever for you, don't they? It's funny. Awesome indeed, folks. Here we go. Final map. Winner advances the tournament. Loser.
Well, not like a reverse swept, but we lost the hard point in control.
No catch, nothing. Here we go. How are we feeling about this one, Chance? Which way are we leaning? It's an obvious one to call the Ravens, but I wonder if that momentum, if that sort of spirit of C9 is something to not count out here.
I'll take it on the record. I'm a C9 believer for them to perform a lot better than they have been. But this is a square up on the down low section map. Sib again actually popping off with the Jackal to get the first blood, but a 3v3 and a mixy looking mini map. And Attach wins the big one. You lock down your spawn, no flanks rolling through. And this is frankly a setup that is going to be tricky for the final two Carolina players to try to sniff out and break down.
You got to contend with Crown first. Problem number one. Run him down. Problem number done. Vivid's got to go tremendous here. That's a nice opening round from C9.
That's huge as well. If you end up getting that kill on the slide out towards pool, maybe Attach isn't able to clutch that 1v2 in the end, but with the bomb location, I think Attach, well, he's just going to be in his bag. Nice trades in the moment, and he wins the biggest gunfight as well in the back of his spawn. So Attach bringing the
Attach is a Mormon.
Reads on
Confirmed.
Cloud9 New York, strike first.
Round two. Nobody home just yet. T's gonna get the fast plant in. Everything falling to plan so far. No fast plant. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, left the pool side open for a moment. You're just trying to catch that info because Vivid wasn't looking over. They left it open and TJ was concerned about it. You full commit, but you leave an opening on the map. C9 sniff it out, and a play like that, you should just win the round.
They cut the entire team in half. Oh my word, what a moment. And now plenty of time for Sib to pick up his third on the round. Disgusting work out of C9.
And I don't know if that's like an overcommitment on the homework just to leave that entire... I mean, it's the most important section of the map outside of where the bomb is. And I mean, Carolina more or less is hard committed to ignoring it. And I don't know if that's C9 just typically on their rounds, not dealing with that pressure, or maybe just trusting the players down low. But two SMG players just get left out to dry. A painful moment there for Carolina.
They play that push, though, to absolute perfection on the time. Did look like everyone there from the Ravens was set up perfectly to handle that push, but my word. We want to be looking back upon stock standard stuff once again in on the A side. How are you going to counterattack this one for the Ravens? And so far, not very well at all. Crimp finds a two-piece, and that might be your ass here in the round.
Yeah, this is huge. Just another round where you might have an
that might be your ass.
Vivid and Slash are trying to work together, but even if these were the two most clutch players in the league, they both have ARs in their hands. Maybe Vivid can swap things up, but you're running out of time. You no longer have Slasher. And this is just impossible to break. Another perfect round coming out of Cloud9. They could do no wrong on Vault.
Like how animated Crimp is. He is completely sprung to life after a couple of ridiculous kills. There's 3 on the round for him here, and the first 2... I mean, that obviously was the death blow. I'm more than anything just excited to see what C9 brings to the next round. So far, it's been absolute perfection. The Ravens have been stunned.
And we heard it last year on the LA Thieves squad of Kremp's teammates saying he will absolutely be a shot caller in S&D. You can see Motormouth, and that's exactly why I calling out the RC card, telling you what setup he wants to have. Mac, maybe just setting up, waiting to pounce if you get some intel for a freebie kill. But in the meantime, this is bombed down, so a mixy moment, and Vivid doesn't survive.
He doesn't survive at all. Trades are going to help out in a big way. You can see him get into the fight a little bit later on. Whoa, wins there from Gwyn. Can he get 3? Staying alive for as long as possible. 2v2 with less than 30 seconds on the clock.
And once again, TJ just doesn't have the help on the outskirts. He's just gonna get isolated again. He can't get an AR player to help him out, but he can run fast enough to get away. Attach hops the bomb. TJ, though, longtime vet, he's checking it. They're getting him off, and Carolina get on the board.
You're right, just waiting for that reinforcements to arrive. He needed the pinch. He could not take 2 players head-to-head. Slow there on the retake, and a very successful usage there of the RC car chance. I mean, at a place like that, out here by Palms.
That's what I usually mean when I say I need you to pinch this with me.
I also can't get over the red solo cups. From what I understand, Miles, it's like a uniquely American thing.
Yes, it is. The red solo does not make it across the pond. We've seen it in the movies. Looks like we might be having this might be a technical pause. There has been a scan and repair, folks. It might be Mac. He was the player to stand up quickly.
Scan and repair.
Going to slow things down in a big way here, and for the Ravens, that might be a blessing or a curse. Not necessarily.
Come on, man. I just want to watch the phase 3 match already.
Iced a little might be a good thing just to sort of take pause, recap, because this is the final map in the series.
We dealt with this for 45 minutes when it came to the fucking rocker game. Happened the same way. Game 5, S&D. We waited 45 minutes. Almost an hour.
But even though on the East Coast we're getting to the wee hours of the night, obviously we know TJ is an insomniac, beloved of the brand. So these guys are fully prepared to play this late. And Attach, I mean, maybe just working on his skincare routine, because by God, he always looks good.
Came back like rubbing his cheeks. That would have been really funny. At Vivid's PC. It looks like he has made it back into the lobby, no problem. So we should be good to go momentarily. A short break. We'll find out if it was a decisive one. Not as much communication across the top side for the Ravens. Much more comms here from NY. C9.
Oh, yeah. I understand what you're saying about Vivid standing still for the RC car. That was weird. That was probably what was going on. Is that what you meant earlier?
Oh, no, I mean, he just got smoked. I think he was actually firing his gun at the time, but that could have also been a bug. I would have to rewind that moment, but it is possible that that's why the RC car took care of him.
Because he didn't seem interested. He was just prepared for that explosion, I suppose. But either way, Carolina certainly did get that round win, and nothing too crazy so far happened in this game. Super standard on just like the attack and the A bomb side, get it down. Maybe the only sort of funny business we saw is just Carolina completely leaving open the pool side of the map, and I mean Cloud9 quite literally jumped all over it. And so far the biggest difference maker we have seen for Cloud9 to be able to get that advantage, but everybody staying focused up. TJ and Gwen checking their phones. That's the synergy you're looking for on one end, while the comms continue to flow for C9. Very conversational. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Ravens, not so much. We have had to reset the lobby. There's been an issue with getting Vivid in there, so quickly moving this along, folks. It will be 3-1 once we get back into things. And again, between these two teams, playing for a spot against Optic, Texas, and for some of those coveted CDL points. No cash unless you win minor 1. Bottom side of the bracket, we're still yet to see the LA Thieves take on Atlanta FaZe. They're playing for a spot against Minnesota Rocker, to the surprise of nearly everyone except for Nameless. But that is going to be a little bit later on today.
Yeah, that Game 5 ice goes crazy. The dominant purple team in the end, but that might have been the craziest series of the day, to be perfectly honest. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, a ton of Game 5s, a lot of teams going toe-to-toe, but just the fact that Ultra was a cruise missile away from winning a 3-0, and instead Minnesota Rocker just continued that little bit of mini magic going on. But that's king of the purple teams. We've got the king of the green teams. Now we're just looking for the king of the blue.
King of the blue teams, king of the red coming up in a moment. I mean, it's royalty today. It's a very regal Saturday here in the Call of Duty world. But yeah, we're almost ready to get back into this one, folks. The lobby has been rebuilt and the players are populating their rightful places in it. But yeah, very, very exciting start here from C9 Chance. I think their timings have been great and they've been playing this very, very aggressively. Really, really confident gameplay against a team like the Ravens, who beat the snot out of them in the second map. We'll see how things go, though, coming up after this break.
And I mean, the stats certainly look horrific on the side of C9 with that .61 team KD in the map number 5. But I still think that, you know, I'm putting my faith in the C9 squad. I think they're going to be an absolute formidable force. Just a tough first 2 weeks for them, but they've shown some fight today. They showed some fight yesterday as well. And I think this is going to be a very strong team all year long. And of course, though, on the flip side, Carolina doesn't really get much better than that in terms of winning the map 5. That's dominant fashion. 80% on the first blood rate is out of control. Honestly, kind of funny. Well, yeah, actually, they played against each other. That's what happened. This is the game 5. That's why the stats mirror themselves so perfectly.
That's so perfect, isn't it? Is that not so perfect? Good stuff, though. Again, out of the Ravens, first time they met in a game 5, it was a victory, but once we roll the dice once more time, it seldom lands the same way. C9 again, motor mouths. Not a single word has passed the lips of the Ravens. Not a single word, Chance.
And then Brian Saint just looming in the background, the overseer by the shoulder of Gwen.
The ghost of Brian Saint haunts the halls of the Ravens compound. Yeah, not a single word, man.
And then meanwhile, I mean, how many strats could Cloud9 possibly break it down? Every time we go to attach, it's like he's like reading the Call of Duty Bible to his teammates of like, here's every possible contingency plan we're ever gonna need for a Vault S&D. So if they're not prepared, I don't know who's gonna be in attach. Obviously, maybe man of the hour, the hero in the final moments of the skyline, and routine always on point.
The whole squad, I mean, yeah, every time we come back to it, Attach is reciting the Codex Cloud9 to the boys. I think Mac just hit his vape. And not a single word! Oh, here we go. No, Gwyn, it was a cough. All right, Slasher broke the silence. Here we go, folks. With the calm stoicism of the Ravens pay off. They're down 3-1. With C9 with a distinct advantage here on the reset.
Marcus, Slasher, Aurelius trying to get things done. I never took Latin. Don't judge me. My pronunciation. You know, we're doing the thing.
The thing will be done in a moment. And again, it is 3-1 to the New York Cloud9ers. First time I've said that on broadcasting. Won't be the last. I do love it. Here we go. C9 New York looking to close this one out. And what an upset this will be.
Good old Paris Legion memories.
Jeez. Here we go. Max in. And it's a headbutt. And what a headbutt it was. Gwyn comes away with 2. As Krem gets the full regen now, looking to chow this bomb site ASAP, trying not to let any of the momentum go.
And that was the strat. Send the flock down low and get all the Ravens involved. That's going to do some damage. Got to do something off the back of it, but unfortunately, TJ reads attach. I think TJ has been conditioned. If his teammates are not watching pool, he's just going to have to pick it up. So successful in that round, and pretty clean strat call as well. The defensive round you needed. Gwyn there to give you 3.
How fast they moved in as well. I mean, Gwyn, I'm surprised he picked up the second kill. The first one was sort of a, you know, hope for the best. Then the second kill was ridiculous, man.
Oh, yeah.
Lightning pace from the Ravens there in their first round after the reset. It's now 3-2.
So many blue eyes as well on Carolina. They're just
so weird.
All in for the theme.
That's so weird. TJ's the only one with brown eyes.
You get the white dragon too. It's TJ and the blue eyes white dragon.
No way. Here we go.
Shout out Yugi.
Tej with the bomb. Gwyn with the coverage. Oh, and Mac and Sib are in position to drop down through the backside of the bomb site.
I was about to say, you swing this bomb over to B. Slasher's taking so much space. You got to be a little bit worried about line, but now Gwyn, get out of dodge. You have the players by pool. Only number 5, Kremp, has made it nearby, but he's standing in between the block. He at least gives you 1. That might be enough for C9 to get back in position.
Max now trying to watch this player through side door. He could hit this and get his kill. Worried about the flank as well. A lot of decisions to make here, C9.
And you just can't let this bomb go down. So Attach is going to continuously check. Max going to continuously check, and you just got to keep eyes on it. But they might end up giving that up. Number 3, Gwyn has bomb in hand, and he's going to get the plant. Not the best spot. Like, Slasher's not going to be able to get contact on it from up top, but obviously Slasher can see everything else, but it's a 2v3 with the bomb down. We'll see if the Ravens can deliver.
Oh, Gwyn could go huge here. He's just slipped the timing perfectly past Mac. Hello. Man, what a win. Stays alive. Attach is going to make it a 1v2, and now... Oh, wow, the damage dealt. Who's that from downstairs? It's perfect timing from Sib, and on a bomb site that is unbelievably difficult to retake, C9 find a way.
And that's the type of round that honestly might just win you the game. An absolute difference maker. Everything, it was the dream situation for Carolina in that moment. Every single call was perfect. And then Mac just found a way to get through. And I don't know what Slasher was looking at from Top Art in that moment. Don't know what kind of Call of Duty timing happened, but Kremp just managed to be sneaky enough to get the bomb down and set his team up, and they deliver. Kill the guy even after he plants. Even if you let the bomb go down, you trade out Vivid. And then Slasher, obviously, I mean, he's just forced to make a play. He does not have eyes on that bomb.
Speedy hits towards the A-bomb site once again. And Max the man. He's got lotion on the bomb, and he's planting the bomb. Never do that again. Sibs on the back. Mac now backs him up. You're real close to the drop down. This could get very ugly, depending on the angle at which they attack it from. That's what I mean. Gwyn gets involved straight away. Trades are there. Teach immediately picks up the back. He's traded out. Over to Gwyn. Wins his. All down to Sib.
And not even a snowball's chance in hell to win that 1v2. Dies instantly. Kremp and Attach actually put in some serious moves. Slasher had the beat on Attach, running down like outer palms, and Attach still delivers. You're thinking it's a free trade, but Kremp shows up in the feed, but eventually just overwhelming on the trades front, and that is a big round. Bomb planted, 4v4, not a fun spot to be in. And now maybe Civ before, but they're leaving it open again, expecting the A pressure to be coming through, and that call's correct. They're storming down low. TJ gets traded, and now that's bomb down, and Gwyn just a little bit late to get in.
He gets the bomb back at the very least. He's waiting for the call from his teammate that, yeah, no one's actually inside the room with the water in it. They're all at the back end of the corridor. And now in this 3v3, you sort of reset, and look at the spread from the Ravens. Top sides of the map, both of those lanes wide open, but Attach snipes Vivid out of the play. Huge advantage now for C9.
And Carolina just praying that someone on C9 makes a mistake. Doesn't happen. You go for the bomb plant, and frankly, if you plant this, I mean, you might just seal your fate. Gwyn trying to show off the goods for the 1v3.
Good luck, mate.
They got him.
They got him dead to rights, unless he can do something unbelievable. Sib with the turn in the air with a tap, and it's match point. Cloud9, New York, one round away from the unthinkable.
And just a few of these rounds have fell off from Carolina. Just little things sort of going wrong. Maybe the third round, we're just a little bit curious as to what was actually going on, but TJ just gets isolated on the bomb site. He gives you the first blood, but it's instantly traded out, and then you don't have the bomb down. You feel concerned about the space, and the two AR players just out of the picture. I think it was Attached that finds the pick on Vivid as well. That was the little something extra C9 was looking for. Now 1 round away from 10 extra CDL points, continuation in the tournament, and to be the top of the blue teams.
Which is possibly the most coveted of all the prizes. Heavy hits. Kremp making some noise, and that's a massive win. Again, squirrely as hell. Sib's running a sub. Gwyn on the... Oh no, he doesn't get it. Gets away with his life though. That's good enough for now. Will he read Attach in the back end? I don't think so.
I think he needed that as well. And look at this B bomb site, how open and free it's gonna be. Well, that's bombed down, Gwyn. Maybe it comes at a cost. And Slasher finds the pick as well, gets Attached, and all of a sudden, Carolina still alive.
The timing is comical, but Gwyn has once again managed to stay alive. How many more lives that cat has, God only knows. But Sib on the hunt now. Good for a moment. Kremp flying solo with bomb 1v2.
Going against Gwyn and Vivid. And I'll be honest, when you hear the comms of who you're playing against, it's so tough to predict these two because Vivid just running an AR this year. Radically different style. But either way, able to get the bomb down. And he's planning safe as well. This is so tough to clutch. Kremp is going to have to world star someone to make this happen.
Hey. He's very good at that. Problem, well, he might not get the chance.
Yeah, it's done.
He's not going to get the chance to world star anyone. It's now 5-4. Defuse. Beautiful work. Heads up move from the Ravens. And that's it, reading the player. Knowing that Krem's going to go a little bit of a walk.
Don't know what your plan was, Krem.
1v1 fight. One more round to force the final.
And shout out to Gwyn as well. Just peeking through that door, getting that player off bomb. If that player plants in almost any other spot, I think that's a round for C9, but just ends up getting caught and punished. Carolina desperate in these moments. The flock taking the catwalk.
Oh, they got spotted out. Are they going to jump out the backside? Oh, Gwyn, just look upstairs, mate. Ah, that's a tough gunfight to win. Mac, though, manages to walk away with 11 HP. Tatch suppressed. Can't necessarily get involved. Here comes Tej with the hops. And the Semtex as well slows those players down. Immediately hits the wrap and wins the fight.
Oh, my God.
Last man up, Kremp. How many more world stars can he get? 25 seconds. Now he's in trouble. Round 11.
Dude, TJ's so good. Just unbelievable. Good stun, great reads, the whole thing. Just perfection. That win against Attach might be the one that seals the deal. And in the meantime, by the way, Slasher is also getting picks left and right. Like just wrapping the back P2 side back to his spawn, getting so much information for the squad as well. Two longtime vets making plays. A round 11. I know who the community wants to win this one. It is going to be a battle. 10 CDL points, opportunity to play for 20K. Here we go.
One more round. And it's right back to it. It's a mirror of the previous round. Trophies are in position. The plant will be there momentarily. Krem, that stun doesn't help, and it's certainly enough to send Gwyn in for the win. The first kill to his name.
Oh,
Slasher
and
joins
the dominoes.
in. It's starting to fall. Back on the retreat towards the B-bomb site. TJ has eyes on that wide cross, but not necessarily on the site. And he may have heard the door. He definitely saw that. Here come the stuns. 3v2. All down to Mac. And his position is not known yet. He could cause some damage here, Chance. Here comes the hit. He has no idea Vivid's above him.
Gwyn's job is just to get the info. Vivid's job is to get the kill.
Is that the info? No.
They lost the info. I don't think they got it.
It's hard to tell. What a snap. Will Gwyn send it? He's got the advantage. He's got the angle. And that should be it, Mac. This is the series. He plants it. And he has a frag. The dead nade. They enter the site. Mac has no idea. Are they going to hit the defuse one more time? We've seen this happen before.
Oh my God.
The hops from Mac. The quick check.
Oh, Mac.
Prone on the bomb site. The Ravens do not fall prey.
Oh, why do you not check first, Mac? Damn, brother.
You brought the goods and you pushed the Ravens to the limit.
Ah.
The commiserations, that is the end of your run here in Minor 1.
And that is an insane comeback from Carolina. Should have snaked in the map 5. Could have helped, but didn't do it. So Carolina have your number in the game 5 again. And that is an incredibly impressive comeback. Gwyn was an absolute force in that map pretty consistently, but even the round where he got first blooded, his team was there to pick him up. TJ making plays, Slasher making plays, Carolina delivered. But what a hell of a series that was. Hasi might have been a bit of a blowout, but outside of that, incredibly competitive between these two teams. I mean, Hacienda, some fantastic Call of Duty being played in the hard point. Skyline is the bang out map that always delivers. And Vault Control, we've seen it 27 times, but when it's good, it's fantastic. And we got a fun one for the map 3 as well. Shout out to the Ravens, though. Top of the blue teams.
Top of the blue teams indeed. Top of the red teams in a moment. Man, what a banging series that was, Desk.
Carolina moving into our top 4 as predicted, and we thought it would go to a game 5 round 11. No, shout out to the opposition here. Cloud9 playing well. Yeah. Little slippery in that first hard point, but afterwards a fair fight, Allie.
It was a Cloud9 that we were kind of hoping to see, right? It's the expectation at the beginning of this season, but on the flip side, you have to give flowers. Carolina, they are now completely undefeated. They move forward in the minor, and they pull off the reverse sweep, an unreal game 5 round 11 again out of them.
Now everything's starting to blur together, Nameless, but as we take a look at these highlights, did Gwyn go 9-3 after the restart?
I mean, Gwyn is...
Is that how he finished the series?
The guy's just unbelievable. I just want to talk about like the adjustments that Royal Ravens made throughout that one. Like on their offensive rounds, they were getting shut down.
Yeah.
You saw like the play they were trying to do is like the slow through vault towards B. Kremp just kind of blows that up. And then we see the push into bottom vault. Just doesn't work. They get staggered. They lose a player. And then in one of their offensive rounds at the very end, they're like, okay, guys, we got to change this up. We're going to bang out hallway and play aggressive and like make sure that the Cloud9 guys know they can't just drop down and take space. And that's exactly what they do. Like whoever made that call, that was incredible adjustment for them on their offensive round. They closed it out. And obviously we see in the final defensive round, they're able to get the W there. That's championship adjustments being made by these guys now back-to-back search and destroys where they just look like clear and above other teams.
It's just so unfortunate though from the side of Cloud9 because they're actually like a top 4 defense team when it comes to search and destroy, and also top 5 when it comes to those opening duels. And as you saw, like Sib and Kremp were combining to get these first bloods, but they just weren't doing anything with them. And the second Carolina Royal Ravens started making those adjustments, like Ant said, on the attack, suddenly you find yourself in a situation where you're in a round 11 and now you're on the offense and putting your teammates in unfavorable positions. So Cloud9, still a couple of things to work on, but I will say I'm happier with the performance we saw from them today than we've seen any of the other matches.
Yeah, their hardpoint was good.
They blanked Vancouver on day 1. Day 2, they take Carolina the absolute distance to that round 11. Let's take a look, though, at our scuff play of the game because the swing game could have been the difference maker. Game 3 and TJ, a 40 bomb from Thomas Haley, the sausage maker.
Yeah, I love what Chance said when he said a big fan of the Insomniac brand. Yeah, what's the crumble cookie of the day? Because TJ dropped 40 on this map. He was absolutely going crazy, man. And, you know, this is a guy who, you know, a lot of people didn't have him high up on their list as like one of the best SMGs in the world, right? But he's been consistent since last year, like when they hit their stride. Obviously, they failed to qualify for champs, but TJ has had some big strides in his own personal gameplay, so shout out to him.
Ali, previously when I watched TJ, I was actually first introduced to a lot of his uplink highlights, right? The guy's always been around the objective. How would you describe his playstyle currently on Carolina?
You just brought up stuff when I was like a baby. Uplink, good lord. I'm talking about TJ. TJ's playstyle right now is a lot more explosive than I think any of us are really used to. Him having 40 kills and being a high slayer is not something I would have guessed or I think anybody would have guessed, but it's just a heads-up plays too, man. When he can take the routes and the situationals he puts himself in S&D and can put it into respawn like we saw in that control, he's unreal.
TJ getting the job done. Royal Ravens, perfect 5-0 start to the season, are now into our top 4. They secure 10 points and, of course, are in the running for the $20,000 grand prize at the end of all this, Allie.
I mean, 20,000's a lot, but I'm also looking at those points too because they do mean everything, and it's nice to get ahead early in the season.
It's time for a winner circle as we welcome in Thomas Haley, the worst fantasy football performer of 2024. But it's a brand new year, TJ. How we feeling today?
Feeling good. That was a great win, gritty win. Yeah, the composure to come back 3-5 last map like that was good out the boys.
Can we talk a little bit about your control? How comfortable are you on the map right now? And is Vault going to be your go-to?
As of right now, yeah. Our Vault's looking pretty good. I think I just needed to like snake a little bit more on that map to get some more kills or something. I don't know, but
why is that though? Who was snaking?
I don't know. Someone map 1, I think. I think we got a clip after map 1. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was. I'm not sure.
We'll go to Twitter. We'll find out, Allie.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out. TJ, your performance in S&D has been unreal. I want to pick your brain a little bit about that game 5. Kremp, he stuck by himself in a 1v2. He gets the bomb down. You guys instantly go for that defuse. Round 11, almost the exact same thing happens. Max stays alive. He gets that bomb down. Instead, you guys play for the kill. Is there a reason you did that? Why you made that choice earlier on? Is it because of the players you knew you were going up against?
Yeah, no, we just kind of just adapted. I mean, the first 3 rounds we lost pretty quick, and we were trying to like hit through their spawn, like hit through middle, and they were kind of just camping. So we were just like, yo, let's just get NA control because they probably won't expect us to start like hitting the bomb or the right. I think Gwyn hit the right, got a kill, and stayed alive. So that was a good play out of him. We just made some adjustments after the first 3 rounds, and we came out on top.
TJ, talk to me about the hardpoint. You guys played these guys before. Obviously, lost a narrow hardpoint on the Skyline. Happens here once again, and in both of them. You talked about composure, but in these ones at the very end, you guys let a player slip through. It was Mac on Skyline, and it was Kremp on the Hacienda. What's happening at the end of these HPs, and how do you clean it up?
Yeah, I think we put the Hasi pretty well going into that P3 hill. We kind of let Sib just stay alive plat and didn't really push him out. We kind of just let him buy time for his teammates to come off spawn and just hit fences. So I think if we get that kill a little bit earlier, we would have closed that out. But I mean, the map's still new. I think we're getting used to it, and I think we're gonna clean that up going into tomorrow.
Nice.
Final question before our final match of the night. Who wins this next one? LA Thieves, or are you going with Simp and ATL?
I think LA Thieves win this.
Convincingly?
Yeah,
easy?
I don't think it's a 3-0, but probably like a 3-1 or something.
Hey, thank you for not dodging that question. I like you a lot, TJ. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys.
That's TJ. That's another winner's circle for the Royal Ravens. They are moving into the semifinals tomorrow, and we will conclude this minor bracket tomorrow. But tonight, we have one more match to go. LA Thieves taking on Atlanta FaZe, a battle of the juggernauts. Two of the biggest salaries go toe-to-toe when we come back.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Like a cannon. Blast like a cannon. Big bang coming through. Blast like a cannon.
Four to three in game 5. Oh no! 4v2.
But the Miami Heretics are hungry for a win. Can they end this streak?
Then, Toronto squares off against Minnesota. The Rocker will need a masterclass from the rookie Lindsay.
What is Ben doing here?
Been magnificent. Miami take the lead. They're trying to close it out. Cell first kill's good though, but Miami battle back. They've got themselves the trade. Oh, just down to Cell with the what? Oh, he's gonna get all 4. Atlanta are gonna reinforce the hard point first. Miami, no trophy systems are locked in place by stuns. Oh, it's an absolute breakdown by the end as Cell finishes on 5 to steal away the map.
Make sure we're counting names, listening to each other.
Listen. This time, we take everything.
Congratulations if you made it this far in the VOD. If you're live, well, you're in store for a treat because we have LA Thieves taking on Atlanta FaZe. It's a rematch. Last time, Alley Cat, how far did we go in that best of 5?
All the way. We're going to do it again because I said all 4 game 5s.
Why not?
Why not?
Might as well.
Celium, Simp, and Abeezy. And we got to give a big shout out to Simp for his performance yesterday. His ace gave this team a spark. They were able to power through after that over Miami. Today, though, you're going up against LA Thieves. And when you look at this roster, these are 4 dangerous faces.
Yeah, these guys are unbelievable. And they got one of the best duos in the entire world. When you talk about Hydra and Scrap, both of them can just take over a game at any moment. And you got 2 gap fillers who are also talented in their own right, in Envoy and Ghosty, and it's translated well. Obviously, the chemistry's there. They've been dominating all their matches, but the 1 versus Atlanta FaZe did get really close. We went all the way to that game 5, where Atlanta FaZe came back and won a huge rewind hardpoint, so it could get interesting.
Time for our maps and modes brought to you by Scuff and Corsair. Here we go. Protocol, Skyline, Protocol, Skyline, Protocol.
Yeah, so some notes about this one. You know, before the break, it was 100% ban rate for LA Thieves of Protocol Hardpoint. Banned it in every single series. And they also picked Rewind in every single series. So obviously Rewind's not available anymore, and now they're gonna have to try to expand their map pools. So looking at some Protocol, FaZe have liked it so far, so we're kicking things off with a bang.
Ali, are you kind of surprised to see both team taking a turn, banning 1 Vault for Hardpoint and then 1 Hacienda?
A little bit. That kind of spells some worry for you for LA Thieves, considering they want to be one of the top teams in the league, and see them already get rid of Hacienda and try to test their luck on Protocol is a little weird, but I'm excited to see both these teams, especially on Skyline. We're going to definitely be in for a bang out in that map number 4.
Nameless has been the Oracle. He is perfect once again after calling Minnesota.
It's a hard one.
And you don't get to go first this time, though. I get to go first when I say that Hydra continues to fight against Simp and prove he should be MVP of 2025.
I love that. I can't wait for both of us to be wrong again. I'm going to go with LA Thieves as well. I just love this squad.
I'm going to go with Atlanta. I think Atlanta takes this one, man. I don't know why. I got a gut feeling.
We got to hold
Protocol kick things off with a W there. I think they get there, and that momentum will take them through it.
Further we slide, Alley Cat. Let's send it over to Merc and Maven to find out if Nameless is right once again.
We'll see. I mean, the opportunity's there. I think we're all sort of waiting for Atlanta to figure it out.
What's going on?
Since that trio has come together, it's not. They haven't had a start like this. They haven't. They've pretty much dominated. At least when you talk about the online league, they've dominated. They've been number 1 in the CDL in overall points every single year. I don't know if it clicks right now, but I think we're all just assuming it's going to at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I think like in general they've cruised to online. Yeah, the majors like. Where you're just not seeing these slip-ups. And you're watching this gameplay like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they've struggled with some top teams in the past, but
not like this. No.
Not like this whatsoever. We're on the other side for LA Thieves. Obviously, it was a game 5. The last time these 2 teams played, but yeah, that rewind hardpoint is the rewind map that really sticks out to me. And the one player for FaZe who really stepped up in that map 4 back in that last series, it was Celium. And he's kind of the one player we're kind of looking at.
Him and Draws, like, dude, it's like a
Draws had a big game yesterday at least.
He did.
But like stats-wise, right, he's just like 1.2, 1.3.
Yes, sure.
I mean, he just does not have that.
It's like, well, it's just like sometimes I'm watching them play. I'm watching like Sim's POV. I'm like, dude, he's like, God, what's going wrong? And then it's other people are struggling. It's just been weird. It literally has been so odd. But Thieves, they're looking good so far. An absolute powerhouse team we thought might be the best team this year. The second they came together, we had really high hopes for them, and we're going to see if they bring it again. You know, you come out to start the
shit.
They beat them, what, like 250 to 90 or something. Just came out and slaughtered them. And I'm thinking this series is going to
fucking get it.
The distance. But here we go, a big matchup. You got to think the FaZe guys going to be trying to fire on all cylinders. This is a massive matchup for them to try and get in.
Yeah, they took it out a long time ago.
This a test to maybe see. I guess it's
I think we've never played on rank anymore.
gets off to a 2-0 start.
Yeah, you would have to imagine like the phase.
Yeah, I did too.
Same way, right? They're just not playing up to their potential. Probably practicing very hard every.
But according to them, it wasn't really a competitive match.
Going over VODs, just trying to get on the same page. But a great start here at P1.
It chose Red Sky over that. Or Red Card, not Red Sky. I don't know where I got Sky from.
Wins that one. Can't ask for much better.
Yeah, no. Great start. As we'll now try to focus on our next hard point and see how the setup will look for Thieves. If they can now answer back, as you've got Hydra and Envoy kind of in an early position here to make a play towards the next hard point. We'll be on Simps POV because he's trying to disrupt things, get an angle, and maybe be able to work the pinch here through mid. He gets one, draws another, sells through, and Ghosty suddenly last alive. So you win it through the front.
Scrappy, yeah.
Celium's on 6 in a row, and you're right into another hard point. So far, so good.
Yeah, this
As we saw last year when you held the rival.
Obviously, there's for me every single day. It's been one of FaZe's go-to.
We know he can slay.
Losing Rewind is not good for Thieves. It's a map that they love to play. And yeah, obviously with the changes coming in, they veto Hacienda, so Protocol is available, and a great start here for FaZe.
So far, so good for FaZe.
Fantastic one, but with the final 20 seconds, Abizi's kind of left on an island. He's going to do whatever work he can, but I think a stun comes through.
You got a point.
Yeah, you finally get on the board now if you are the Thieves side of it. Trying to push through and win the fight top middle. It's going to be Abizi. He's going to try and push through and influence spawns. One does spawn safe. We're going to see the other members pop for Thieves, and that's going to be out. So 2 will spawn out, 1 will spawn safe. You've got numbers here for your FaZe. The guy staying up in the back will be Envoy for now, trying to wait for the other troops to rally over.
Yeah, they're going to know, though. So as soon as Abizi spawns up, they know somebody is in the back. Draza does find one, but it's only 1 player left on the hill right now. That's it, but he knows. I just got to play my life, try to find a kill. Buy some time so my teammates.
It's basically running forward, holding bead, pulling your prone down, and once you see your feet, you spam your jump button.
Good spawns right now for FaZe.
Yeah, I think you take that. I mean, if you're FaZe, you do great through first and second. You have the back.
Yeah, you start spamming your jump button.
At least been a lot of contested time, not a bunch earned for either. And then can you turn this into a P4 and really?
So you run forward, slide into the prone. Once you see your fucking toes, you just start jumping up.
We'll get to it.
And well, Celium, 11 and 4
It'll look and feel weird on your end, but on their end, you're doing crazy shit.
Those are the numbers you expect for so long. It's just been automatic, robotic kinda, and well, that is a fantastic push from Thieves. They take out all 4, and this is how you quickly answer back. You're in a 70 or so point hole. You rip off 60 here. You're nearly looking at a tie game.
Now you're in the Shotzzy spot. If you are Hydra, yeah, you're gonna wall bang that door. Able to find one, just backs down, repositions, but sometimes you do find 2. But it's Ghosty again running that 3rd sub. We see it on this map.
That was me yesterday in Spiral.
Well behind his double, they hold onto the hill, and as you said, you get a full 60 here, and it's like the rest of the game doesn't really matter. You're right back to square one.
Triple for Scrap at the midpoint of this hard point, but yeah, no, it'll pretty much be a tie game. So. It feels like you did a lot of hard work, a lot of great work for your FaZe early in this, and yeah, it kind of just gets wiped off the board a bit. But well, it allows you to afford that big.
That's why there's times when we get this hill. There's times I do go outside and hold like the top P2 because I know they're spawning that way. I know some will come, and I know some will come to tower or either jump off on the P2. So I haven't seen anybody here do that, but I do that a lot. It actually works out. It's a good way to block the left side, and it's a good way to know that, okay, they're just spawning behind grandmas.
It's going to be 2 dead right now for FaZe on the hill. Last player alive will be Abizi, and there we go, all dead for Atlanta.
There you go, much better for Thieves. Still trailing a bit here, but starting to pick things up. Taking around the backside stuff will be Simp. He's trying to find an opening. And he's able to do that and try to pinch on this from the other side. So you're in a bit of trouble here now if you are Scrap and Envoy. Scrap, though, well, not in trouble. He's able to win it on one side, then go prone. Just continue to contest this time as long as he can. Gets help from Ghosty then. Great plays around the objective now from Scrap just to get a bit of this late time inside of the hard point. As P2's ready to pop, first guy there will be Envoy again.
Yeah, now you're just kind of waiting for, you know, your individual players to really step on up, right? You've had a Scrap moment. Now you've had 5 in a row for Envoy. And the last time these 2 teams played, the player that really stood out was Envoy. He was a monster versus FaZe. Your team play's been good enough to keep this a close game. Now can your individual play get there? And maybe you win this map one.
I feel like one of the series we hadn't had in a
What?
while from him, where he
It's
just
tucked in.
see if he can do it again here. A big skirmish going down at the P2. FaZe able to come out on top as they've got the numbers and the trade advantage there. Draza finishes it off with 2 as well, down to 5 HP, but working to get back to full, just trying to get out of this heady. His shot's a little wide on 2 players. But still his team securing the hard point. Now we'll see what type of route Sim's going to try to take.
Do they flip them here? This might flip those spawns. Yeah, it absolutely will. Josty's still alive, so you might get some splits, but yeah, Simp with 20 seconds, it makes the play, the route right through the middle of the map, but Josty's winning the gunfights.
So that's how a split happens here. So someone's top then.
Try to do what he can for this P3 setup, but doesn't happen. They do a good job though.
There's a reason why teammates don't spawn with you.
But Thieves now in control of the hill.
Oh, hell of a job there from Ghosty, winning that one-on-one. Just being kind of that first domino. And then they trade effectively after that. Now we'll see how much time this will actually turn into. Draza's trying to take the rope up. Teammates pushing in through front. Abizi's going to drop before he can really get anything done. Now Draza's position is going to be given up. The rest of the troops now rallying in. They got a 4-man push here. Then they actually break into the hard point. Draza's like, somebody give me eyes. Let me get an angle on someone. Everybody. that sequence looks so frustrating. He's like, give me something to shoot at.
Yeah, behind the lockers, behind
Yeah,
the box.
I know that feeling when you're up there. You can't fucking find anyone.
Spawns for Thieves are there, but FaZe now going to rotate. They still have a lead. Let's go to a listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
I'm putting pressure on the right. I'm in spiral. I have all of big door, okay? Okay. Watch out push. I have all of big door. Hey, this thing big door.
I only go there because I know some people are really good at holding it. So I go there just to get them off. But it is frustrating though, like you see your teammates die and then you're just like looking for the person on the hill and you're just like, fuck. It didn't even look like he hit Scrap. And Scrap actually dies on the one shot. BZ, you're so much better. He just says the random shit in the background. Yeah.
FaZe in control. Draza on 6.
All I can hear the most is I have.
I'll tell you what, I was over the comms, whether it was embarrassing his teammates or just the reminder, like
I have your this, I have your that.
worry about everything else. Like I've got this. Just the reminders, and then once he died, just gassing the boys. You're better. You're better. I loved it because, like, you know, when you've got an important hardpoint like that, like, and you know when like one person drops, how mixy it can get. Like you heard when he said he had big door, how everyone else could focus on stuff, and the second he died to Scrap, you kind of heard the comms. They had to change and pick stuff up. The change out gets more chaotic. I know he said it like 5 times, but in that type of hardpoint, I like it. Like just a reminder, I've got all that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then Simp.
It kind of looks like these haven't gone away from the trying to do individual shit.
Yeah, I mean, just a nice clean hard point. They don't allow a 2-piece to come in from the Thieves side to lead to a break. And then after that,
Like it looks like they're still trying to like do that kind of plays to where they're just going for individual kills.
Yo, Cell, go up for me. That was debate. You earned so much objective time from Draws where he needed one more kill to have the Hellstorm in case they needed it, but they didn't. It was so much red in the kill.
To where they're trying to mostly leave Ghosty on the fucking hill the most.
Just at least from like early stats and stuff, like just with Cell and like kind of Draws and struggles. Like you and I were talking about, like we thought it was probably something with the ARs, like an overall team pacing thing. It's one map, but like it seemed like they were on points. Like the comms seemed good. They were playing together as a unit. It seemed like Draza and Cell had some good back and forth moments. It's a map, but It was solid.
Yeah, and this is the one where they have looked good.
Yeah,
in the past,
true. That's
right?
true. That's true. That's true.
This is the one where, yeah, Protocol has been one of their go-to hard points for Atlanta FaZe, but yeah, I mean, very, very clean. There was a moment where Thieves brought it within 20 to 30 points, but this P3 to the second P4, that's where they just locked it down. Draws is then able to earn that streak, and yeah, Thieves don't get close.
And yeah, I mean, their success at P1, huge, just considering, you know, you kind of get mollywopped on that first P4, but you still retain like a 10 or 15 point lead just because you were so solid through the first couple of hard points. And this is where we really got to hear the listen, and it was pretty solid stuff out of the team. Some good small talk, good job calling names, some good, I don't know, just I like hearing the teammates gas each other. Sometimes they make a big play, let them know. Sip pops a triple there, and you know, Draza goes on a bit of a tear at the end. I think everyone kind of had their moments. Just a really good team effort out of FaZe.
Well, that's it. Yeah, we've just been. Can we get a little bit more of that from FaZe, right? That's what we normally see from these guys. Just everybody right around a 1.0 and higher. And then normally it's like they're slaying so well, but why is the game close? We don't have that.
Yeah.
Now in this map where, yeah, they just dominate by 100.
Well, usually I'm playing, you know, we're playing with Crowder so much in the morning and stuff, whether it was like Warzone or whatnot. I'm always like talking about stuff. Like if they'd be struggling, usually like, what's going on? But I just haven't like chatted with him about it. And I know he would have been like, oh, we'll figure it out. We're fine. We're fine. Or he'd be like, oh, we suck. Like, he'd have some generic answer that wouldn't help me at all. That's why I haven't asked you, Chris.
We're 99% win rate and like.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know. We haven't lost one single map in scrims, but somehow here we are. But we are all Protocol and Skyline for this one. We're now going to head to Search and Destroy on Skyline, and we're going to be banging it out. We're going to be hitting stuff. We're going to be hitting it hard, Joe.
Absolutely.
From the front, from the back, from the side.
Underground.
Hitting it.
So yeah, absolutely. This is the one map that's a repeat from the last series. Skyline S&D. It was around. So yeah, this is the one repeat.
Hitting it.
Yeah, should be a bang out for sure.
Do you have a panic room?
I don't. No.
You gotta be rich to have a panic room, right?
Yeah. No, that's definitely like a room that I would sign an NDA to enter.
Oh God. Shots of the boys as they get ready to keep continuing on as we take a look at some stats real quick here from Draza and Abizi. What they were able to do in S&D versus Miami yesterday. Series started slow after the map 1 loss, but well, they got back into it in Search and Destroy. And just the Atlanta FaZe pedigree and Search, usually it's how they keep themselves in series.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great game out of these two. Obviously leading the way, but yeah, I think the one thing that stands out was that Simp 1v4 because Miami was up 1-0, could have been a 2-0 lead right after that map 1 win, but
no, that one before was actually disgusting. I think I watched it back like 5 times last night. Like that was, it was like, it was almost like better than it looked. I don't know how to explain it. Like he made it look so like easy.
Well, then Nate helped.
But even that, like it's just an absolute dot.
Yeah, yeah, it helps though.
Like all of it, like it's the slide back was just clean, just perfect tracking on the guy, just a dot to the van to blow him up, and then just didn't miss a blow the guy on bombing. It was just very clean, but I was impressed. I mean, anytime you pull up a 1v4 is sick, but it's just one of those. I was like, he made that look really easy, but it wasn't.
Not at all. But yeah, kept them very much in the game and then got those two going in Abizi and Draza.
Yeah, no, and sometimes you just need that, man. When a team is struggling, one big play, one big series victory. I mean, and this is one of those series, like if they come out and like beat the Thieves team and get to tomorrow, like it's one where you're like, okay, they're going to be all right now. Like it's going to be all right going forward. It's going to be the Atlanta FaZe we expect. We'll see. We'll see. As they're just trying to figure things out. And I mean, I think one of the reasons I haven't really been worried about them is at least since you've had like some easy on the team, they're not usually ones to make a lot of excuses. They're always like, let's get back to the lab. They love COD. They love figuring it out. So I never really like, I don't know. I assume they're going to, but we're going to watch this one more time. And
in case you missed it.
Yeah, I mean, this little slide back is so, it makes it look so easy, but that's just disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect, the slide. Real's got like
and
no
then just,
idea.
There he goes, Joe Burrow, dot. I mean, and then Metals, I'm not sure what Metals is doing.
So
he sees him there.
Him.
And then, I mean, he just needs to, there's 10 seconds. Like, he just got to somehow not take a gunfight, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 7.5 to defuse. You didn't have to do much.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I think I'm trying to do at that point right there is take a gunfight.
He may have blacked out. It happens.
Yeah, no, maybe he said, what the hell happened to my team? I'm not sure.
But the nade, I mean,
it's hard to put it on the last guy because, like, he shouldn't even be in that position. Like, but I was like, why is he fighting there?
Yeah, the reality.
Just lay down at the van.
Normally it's the second guy. The reality probably doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, no, usually second guy. Because what? You always say that because the first guy that gets you info, right? Now you know where he is.
Yeah.
Second guy, if you're not absolutely gonna be traded, you threw it.
And I'll be honest. I mean, there's literally nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Let's get away from that jar. But yeah, a little lucky. But you can see overall S&D, and this is kind of what we're talking about. 2 and 4 for FaZe. Not what we are used to when we talk about this roster. On the other side for LA Thieves, 3 and 2, and we just think about how good of a respawn team they're going to be. If it's right around 60% in Search and Destroy, this is a team that should win championships.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, that should be the case. Well, let's get into that Search and Destroy phase. Up 1-0 in the series. Now Thieves' turn. Try and bring it on back. Thieves to the offensive strike first, as they're looking for their opening gunfight. Scrap repositioning after he gets stunned up. Envoy spot check there onto the bomb site. And this is sort of the utility dance at the beginning. Exhausting nades, hoping you'll catch something, and then now Scrap, as he gets back to his spot, catch draws. BZ should have one as well. And
they're all just playing for this flank, bomb down. And all of FaZe is through top hall. They just ran at this side of the map, and they're able to find the next two, so it's a 2 versus 3.
Yeah, Simp and BZ just got flying. So now we slow down for a second, 30 seconds to go. BZ's gonna get eyes on one, but both are there. Now to a 2 versus 2, but you get a lot of info. Simp is able to get one. He's working on the ace. He's got all the kills in this round. We'll see if he can find Ghosty. Ghosty's got time on his side, but that's about it. That's a great slide and check. I don't think he gets spotted. Able to take out Simp down to a 1 versus 1.
What'd you do?
To get back to win, or is it? That was real close. I think he got it.
Yeah, it looked like it did, but it could be.
Got it. Ooh, 0.2 left. My God. 3 for
I
7.
think he pulled his knife out.
And they get the round 1 win, but that's about as close as they
Yeah, I mean, Ghosty, he sits there for
That's what it looked like.
seconds, right? So he's playing the gamble that, like, they're not going to hop the defuse quite yet. It's just like the timing's a little bit off for him because the player he thinks is going to hop the bomb goes right behind the bar, and it's like, I got to shoot at this guy. And then you don't know if the second one's on the bomb, so he starts to move on forward.
I thought he won it. Once he got the slide through, got info, and didn't get spotted, I'm like, wow, that was kind of lucky. But still a tough spot. Still got 2 players up. But I couldn't believe he got there. Now it's got a bit fortunate with the timing. You get an easy plan in. Draws it, backs it the whole way up, and he's going to have to deal with more likely Envoy, who's going to be working there. He's got a little bit of help, I believe, from Simp as well. BZ, the first blood Reaper, he's able to get that first blood. Stop Scrap from doing it in back-to-back rounds. BZ now, how long can you stay up? Okay, well, Envoy just got
Yeah, I mean, just great little jiggle there. And yeah, maybe just a little bit of help, but doesn't matter. BZ makes the play, now has the bomb check. 2 versus 2, though. Hydra's able to find one. BZ going for the ace, doesn't get it, but I think just, yeah, wastes enough time where Draws is going to play the clock, and there we go.
The Tiny Terror stepping it up through 2 rounds. Simp with 3 in the first, a BZ with 3 in the second. And yeah, I thought Envoy caught him, but you do a little wiggle, a little omni movement, and it sounded like straight headies. I don't know if he got help. I think he just beamed his forehead. He might have.
Yeah, I don't know if Envoy just was waiting for a second.
Well, because he only got hit to 70. BZ wasn't that weak.
Yeah, great stuff right there from Abizi. And yeah, this is kind of what we sort of see it on Skyline, right? Just sort of retakes around this A bomb site.
2 real close rounds. End up going the way of FaZe. That's another first blood for Abizi and nearly into a second.
How many times do you think if they went back and found? How many times you said another first blood for Abizi?
Yeah, no, it's it's him or Hydra. I mean, yeah, it's in a lot. I mean, there's just guys you know, or I mean, back when Zuma played, you just know we're gonna be in that first fight, win or lose.
Oh damn, that was an easy kill, Ghosty.
Simp is able to cut him down. You got a 3v2 for FaZe now.
It was a free kill with him laying there.
Thinking about it. Not gonna be able to get out of there. They'll catch him in the post play. It's all on Hydra now. See if he can be a magician. We know he can. The reach out. Oh lordy. Takes his shoes. And nearly takes another, and now we're shooting bodies. The MVP battle. Closes it out.
almost had another moment. Remember we always talk about that second player? We just had another one. I mean, Draws. I know he's maybe a little
Sim's here to play today.
Your teammate gives you a call out like he's weak, so you just instantly chow. But Hydra just destroyed Draws, and Simp's like,
well, he went to like instant chow, and then he slid away, and I think Draws like sort of gave it up to reposition then, and they just slid right back out and just got fried.
Almost an insane highlight out of Hydra, but FaZe keep it going.
Bro, every round's been like this. Like it just comes down to like a little 1v1 at the end, which might decide it, and FaZe has had the better end of all those moments. And you've got 9 out of the Tiny Terrors right now. We'll see where the first blood would come from this time. 2-1 advantage for FaZe currently in that department.
Yeah, and Scrap's in a great position here. A lot of info. You have the top hall cross. If things get messy bottom kitchen, you can help things out, but they pretty much know FaZe is just hanging out, playing it slow due to Scrap.
And if Scrap catches one, Simp should have an insta trade if no one's looking over Scrap. Well, no, he might be good. But we're just chilling for a moment. Scrap, there's that first blood. I thought Simp would probably be the one to pounce.
He's still waiting.
He's just waiting. Yep, just waiting.
Yeah, but Josie spotted him. I think number 8 put some shots in.
Yeah,
so
somebody. That's what I was wondering. Somebody had eyes over him, and they did. This nice setup here from Thieves.
No, it really is. Scrap gets 3 in the round. The only thing they have to worry about in that situation is Underground, and I think number 7 was watching it. But yeah, you have Ghosty pretty much in a trade position. Scrap has all the middle, and yeah, just a great default there from LA Thieves.
No. Good setup, good execution. And that's the first like kind of clean round we've had, really. Can you ping off that momentum? And keep it going here now if you are Thieves. Well, it's Scrap with 2 first bloods now, 2 for Abizi as we get into round 5. But yeah, we've had what it was like a round with 3 from Abizi, 3 from Simp, 3 from Scrap, like and nearly 3 from Hydra. That's what happens to you players like this on both sides of it.
Hydra's trying to find that timing again, right? What he does so well in Search and Destroy. Where's the opening? But it's quickly traded. Now into a 2-on-2, making it a 1v2 for Envoy.
Let's see if he can activate now. Clutch up, not gonna happen.
There's a triple for Abizi.
Not gonna happen. It's just having these monster moments. Yeah, it's coming in 3s right now for everybody. 7 now for Abizi. And that's just kind of the nature of this map, though, too. It's just like you just get one. You just like turn to a 45-degree angle. You're shooting at somebody else. It's just small. You're just snapping around. You get in a little groove.
And I think the biggest one there for Abizi is the second one on Hydra, right? Because they plant the bomb A. You saw from Hydra's POV, he hits the zip. He's behind enemy lines. And they're just hoping he doesn't get lost after the first one, right? Just sort of waste your time. Almost what we talk about with Shotzzy all the time, right? Just don't let him waste your time. And Abizi able to find the second.
Up 4-1. FaZe close to a 2-0 edge in this. Scrap another first blood. That's his 3rd. Abizi is in a world of trouble. Scrap gets another one. He's probably going to get a 3rd because that's how the game's been going. And he does.
This is actually crazy. We're going to pay attention to it now.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But they'll get their second up. Scrap having a monster one. But they're still going to be in a 4-2 hole. They're just showing off the Omni movement. Just making a mess of this kitchen. Some maid's going to be pissed off. What is that? Looks like a squirrel like shit in the biscuit.
I think that.
I don't know why that's where my mind is.
I have no idea.
Fucking maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
This didn't look very edible. I don't know. It didn't look good at all.
Didn't look great. Spoiled muffins.
Like a squirrel shit in the basket.
I don't know. Like some games, like I remember I played like Final Fantasy 15 or something. Of like actual food. Like there's been some games that have gone like really detailed with like food being cooked. Like that didn't look real. That didn't look good at all. We gotta work on that. I gotta talk to the art team.
Fucking baby.
We have other problems. Not worry about the food.
Oh, I'm dying, bro. Oh well, he's got to get a 3rd.
Nope.
No, not gonna happen. Ends the spree. Cell connecting. Scrap. He's on 4 straight. trying to clutch up, not going to happen. If he killed both, it would have been his 3 in the round, but not able to do it. That's the 5th round now up for FaZe. They sell at 1 going into that one, but
And, you know, you've had some individual rounds from Thieves, right? Like the side of Scrap, like we just saw, but there's always been a response. So you're not allowing LA Thieves to kind of go on these runs and get themselves back into the game.
No, I mean, this is back-to-back maps where FaZe have mostly just been in control. Like, this is the first time where I feel like they're looking, I mean, they've had their good maps, but just kind of looking like you maybe expect them to. They've still got to close this out. I think we just saw, what, like a 3-5 comeback in that map 5 in the last series. We'll see if Thieves can pull off the 2-5 comeback. Or FaZe will shut it down here. First blood to Draws as he's playing deep. Tries to snap on Hydra. Maybe setting up Cell. He's going to get double chowed. The fact Cell gets 1 is brilliant there. Yeah, I thought they bait and switched that pretty well, but he has hit his shots. Draza finds the last one. Atlanta FaZe finally maybe feeling good about some of the Call of Duty plays. They take a dominant 2-0 edge in this, and honestly, just haven't been that close. Well, I mean, I know map 1 was, but it was till it wasn't. Like, they kind of blew it open at the end of it, and they were leading throughout most.
Yeah, no, all FaZe so far. And even like that last round, like Envoy was just kind of hitting it by himself. I feel like everyone, there's always a player like Back Patio, or he's just trying to make an individual play, but I feel like just kind of what we see on Skyline, that normally doesn't work out too well. It's instantly traded.
Bro, Ant's about to take a dominant lead in the predictions. Like, he's already up big at this point of the year. I mean, he said it though. I was like,
He's locked in. He's on a heater.
He is. He is absolutely on a heater. BZ goes 10-6, has a great map, some really nice individual plays, really from him and Semp. Yeah, you had him on the other side. Scrap had a bunch of beautiful moments, bunch of first bloods, but just wasn't enough. Despite the individual plays, and like, what's actually crazy to think about, that's one.
This be a 3-0, dude.
Hydra's on the map, and I don't think I mentioned his damn name.
Yeah, like a solid. I
mean, outside of like that, almost the 1v3. Like, usually it's just I feel like he has more of an impact with like the first bloods and stuff. Typically in Search and Destroy, like he's one of your entry guys. You see it a lot, especially when we watch him on like Vault. But they're like, it was either like Scrap getting a pick, or it was the subs of Atlanta FaZe. Like, he didn't really have that impact we expect him to sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was some moments from Scrap. That was about it.
Yeah, no, it really was. At least with just like your opening duels, for sure. But that'll do at least for the first 2 maps to break it down, and for Ant to probably gloat. We'll get it back to the desk.
Not worried about it at all. Atlanta FaZe gets reverse swept all the time.
Yeah.
Sure.
All the time.
I don't think it's ever happened. I'm like, when was the last time? All right, LA Thieves, it's time to wake up. You saw Minnesota Rocker do this at the start of the day, Ant. So give Ali and I some hope. How can LA get back in this, or is this a 3-0 done?
Well, you got to get Hydra going, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, on that map number 1, the sub-duo, Hydra and Envoy didn't do much at all, and I really think it's just because of the setups we saw from Atlanta FaZe, right? Like, Atlanta FaZe are good at protocol, and now I see why LA Thieves auto-banned it in all of their series prior to it, right? So, hey, we're already seeing the map pool affect some teams. Like, didn't politic well enough, Rewind, it got removed, and we've seen them, namely Scrap, very vocal on Twitter about how much he dislikes Skyline as well, which we just saw them lose, and we're gonna have Skyline in map 4. So when you look at this map set, it has Atlanta FaZe's name written all over it, but if you're hoping for a reverse sweep, you're looking at Hydra to kick things into gear.
Are you worried at all that Simp is shooting bodies?
Why would I be worried that Simp is shooting bodies? Absolutely not. Atlanta FaZe in the past couple of years, I feel like their confidence has kind of just grown with kind of the changing of that fourth member, and Draws has added a lot of crap talking to this team. So for Atlanta FaZe, and especially for Simp, I'm sure in that 1v1, he's been compared, I'm sure, to Hydra constantly. So this match has a little bit more to it than just the minors, than just Atlanta FaZe trying to prove that they're a top team again, and LA Thieves defending kind of their #1 spot in the league right now.
I will say a lot of the FaZe haters are kind of silenced in the chat right now. It is a peaceful place. Come on in to YouTube.com.
Listen, Chris, they had a couple of weeks, right? Like, they were going they're like, yo, blow it up, please break this team up. And I see why, because when they figure it out, it just feels like that spark from the 1v4 of Simp. It's just got everybody going like, yo, don't forget who we are. Like, we can take over these series, and you know, if they come into this series in a minor tournament atmosphere and beat these guys 3-0, Atlanta FaZe will fully be back in my mind.
We should remind everybody that Atlanta dropped their first map against Miami yesterday. They had to win 3 straight after that. This was LA's first 2 maps of 2025. question is, do they get more than 2 moving forward? Let's take a look at the SMG matchup, Allie.
They have to, you know, especially with the expectations so high for LA Thieves. I think this will be one of those situations where that control is going to be that flip game mode. It's going to be that map number 3 because it's been all the SMGs, and unfortunately, what's really painful is Envoy has done this before where he has been a little bit inconsistent, and I would hate to see that happen again this year.
They in danger, Ant?
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst game mode, is control. 2 and 2 in it, right? They played one protocol, if you guys remember, in that Minnesota match. LA Thieves should have lost that protocol. It was like a crazy round where Minnesota kind of threw it. So we're going back to that Atlanta phase. I think they might close it in 3.
The players are going to take every ounce of this break, so let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket one more time and update you with what we're looking at tomorrow. We have 2 semifinals, 1 minor, 1 tournament finals. Royal Ravens officially locked up against Optic Texas. The bottom, though, up for grabs. Can LA Thieves battle back? Otherwise, FaZe is 1 map away from facing the Rocker.
I mean, come on, we were supposed to have all Game 5s today. I know it's been a long day, but it would be so wrong if we didn't get what was supposed to be the best match on the day going all the way.
We got some good games coming our way.
You guys got to lock in on your picks.
Tonight,
what do you
I'll
mean
be honest.
I feel there. It'd be kind of sad if we just go out 3-0.
Different team, and I was like, yo, this is my chance to
I anticipated this to be a banger.
Defending prediction champ, by the way, last year.
I totally should have just followed
Yeah,
Ant
but I'm
once
locked
again.
now, so.
Ant is locked in. Are you
How many
locked
matches have
in?
we
Your
had?
pick'em brackets are officially locked, and we are down to, I believe, 20% with correct brackets up to this point. For now, let's get back to the caster. Smirkin may even take it away from us.
Thank you, guys. You're having a lot of fun, and so are we. It's a late night. We're having a blast. But no, this is like an important one in a way for me, just because control in general is important to me when it comes to Atlanta FaZe, because over the years that they have been dominant, there have been stretches where they've been not great at hardpoint. They've had not many bad stretches in search, but they have had bad stretches in search. The one thing they have always been like a top 1 or 2 team has been control. And they start slow this year. They haven't looked great. It's not been a ton, but I don't know. If they're going to get back to being dominant, man, that game 3 has just always been so good for them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, you can see right here this season, 2 and 3 for one side, 2 and 2 for the other, and it's really been all vault.
I guess I'm thinking more like yesterday. They went into the yesterday 1 and 3. I was like, they're 1 and 3 in control. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I think as much flack as control gets, normally when you look at tournament winners, look at their control record. It normally shows
100%.
Normally very good. Usually around 80%.
100%.
No, 80%. Usually 70 to 80%.
100%. We'll see if FaZe can win 100% of the maps as they look to finish them off.
Huh?
Yeah, could have worded that better, Joe. But we get into map 3. Atlanta FaZe looking for the 3-0 victory. Easy. A real nice map, too. We're going to take that right into map 3. As he starts off with a pair, and so far, so good. He's trying to get into the back line.
Well, again, it's Celium. He's able to find 3. Gets the multi-kill, and you set up a Beezy, right? It's just which corner is he in, and that is a great slide from Envoy. Nice trade there from Simp, but it's the start you want if you're FaZe, right? Don't give them any momentum. You're on a defensive round. Control the middle of the map and get into your spots. Draw's now trying to flank. Looks like Hydra's watching one side, Envoy the other, so they got that taken care of.
Progress. Over at A. Inching their way close to that second tick. Not quite. Did it go through? Maybe? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, got the second tick. Hydra's playing with the doorways, then sliding on out. Simp's gonna get buried. Oh, they didn't get it. Oh, it was so close. So they'll clear that all the way back, too. They fly out just to get that done. I mean, that's a big play, considering that was a centimeter from getting done. Ghostie's off the map. Abisi and Simp then get 2. We got 30 seconds left to go, and that might have sealed the round.
Yeah, Josie just slipped. It's raining.
That's true. It is wet out.
Yeah.
You don't know what type of shoes they're wearing. They might have had like military shoes on with good grip, but then they put on these new skins, and they could be in some sneakers that just don't have the same level of support, Joe.
That's a good point. Skins look great, though.
They do, but I don't know what's on the bottom of those things. Are they treads? Is it flat rubber? I'm not sure, Joe.
Not sure, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, you at least stop it for a second. You get on to B. You'd love to have another tick or 2 if you can. There is a chance, right? You have a couple players on it. They're reading the pinch. Can they make something of this round? You at least get the second one. and that's all you'll get. So it could have been a lot worse, but yeah, you'll take 2 ticks.
Yeah, we get an extra tick on there, but yeah, I mean, God, I thought they had that. You put your face in the monitor basically to see if they had the second ticket A.
It looked like they did.
No, I thought they did, but then suddenly it's all cleared. His face were quick to get on that. But really, I mean, they won that from the onset. At least they win the opening break. There's immediate pressure. You don't allow any rhythm to get going for this Thieves team. Just don't give them any momentum at all.
Yeah, the one time you had 2 players on A, right? We saw Envoy and Hydra watching the pinch. I think Abizi then took a long route. He wins the one-on-one versus Envoy, and then him and Simp sort of collapse onto the A point. That was the only sort of map control you really had. But it was Abizi who shut it down, and in that round 1, he puts up 11 kills.
Yeah, no, 11 in control round. That's fantastic stuff out of him. Envoy just inching his way on forward, not able to snap back. He will get traded out. It's another opening break that you'll give the edge over to FaZe. Hydra has come soaring out though. Won't live long. I thought it was the bullets from the 2 FaZe players around him, but it's actually a team nade. He was really getting shot at from both sides.
That's the one tough part, right? You try to retake that point. You're the last player alive. Your teammates have spawner thinking, I'm going to chuck some nades onto it.
Yep.
Well, Josie takes him down, but they do regain map control. And now you have Scrap in a great spot. At least you would think so, but draws it with the heads-up play. The slide, the pillar gets in your way, and that is 3 dead for Thieves.
Yeah, no, Scrap wants that one back, but no, the pillars, man.
We've all been there.
It can be frustrating. You lose a little aim assist for a second, you lose the player, and then suddenly you're put in the blender. This FaZe are really ramping it up. They're up 7 lives right now, playing as a cohesive unit. Celium's ready to get a little stabby. It'll be what? The A point done, the extra minute in, just under 2 minutes to work with. You at least get some big kills in sequence here for your Thieves to make sure there's no kind of transition over. And that allows them to get forward as well. So that's a great stretch after the point. Like you give them the extra minute, obviously, but since then it's perfect.
Yeah, at least like advantage though for FaZe, right? Because they only give up 2 ticks, so something to take into the next one. Ghosty with a great slide, and well, before this life, he was struggling. Now on 5 in a row, up to 8 and 11. Can he find number 6 now? Celium pulls out another sub.
And look at how fast that life advantage. You had 7 life advantage. You get 1 wave down, you get 1 wave of spawn kills, and suddenly you're 14-14. So great stuff from Thieves, and now a great chance to win this round. That's the best you can hope for if you're gonna give up a point at least. Like have it be just clean. That next like 30 seconds of gameplay after that really helps set you up to secure that second point defensively. Celium is all through on the other side. Man, how this pays off. This could be really good for FaZe, and it is. It's 1 player left. It's really Envoy just running in circles. How fast can they trade him out? He's able to get 2. I mean, that's huge. That buys the boys time to get back. Make sure you don't have maybe 3 players stacking this.
Well, if there's a second player there, that second tick is in, right? So you would be up to 4. Or sorry, the first tick would be in. She had 2 on it. So yeah, that Envoy 2 piece could be very important moving forward. But they still have to win this round. They're down 2 lives. 30 seconds remaining. FaZe have to go soon.
Yeah, and just, I mean, that, like the tick, but also just, you probably have bodies on the point longer, it extends the clock, it works down those 6 lives you have. Like, that 2 piece could end up being huge, and he's still finding kills. 12 seconds to go. Simp just being patient, now gonna chow out. Can they bring it to lives? 5v4, 5v3, 4v2.
Get on it.
Gotta get to it, just able to get on with 0.8. The help is coming in. He's by himself here for a second. Cell able to get 1 through on the cross. They get the round win. They do just enough to bleed out the lives.
Well, that's it, right? We saw this earlier in the day. These attacking teams, what they want is they want to pause the clock. They want to build like a 7 to 8 life advantage. Get done with the 8 point, and it's still going to be tough to win the round, but there's enough resources to where if you get put in a spawn trap, you can get out of it. You have the life advantage, you pause enough time on the clock where you can work B.
I mean, that's been FaZe's recipe for control for a long time. Like, even like too much sometimes. Like, playing around the lives. Like, sometimes we're just like, can you guys just stack the goddamn point? Like,
but on this map specifically,
no, I know, but that's been their recipe in a lot of maps, like over these past few years. Like, they want to just win the battle of attrition, win it through the lives. And they're able to do it. I mean, by the hair of their chinny chin chin. There's 0.8 seconds on the clock, just barely get it through. Abizi goes right at the gut. This time, Hydra's going to be there to meet him. The Thieves are at risk of getting 3-0'd in the map and 3-0'd in the series. And I mean, maybe the series we thought had the most potential to go 5 today might be our quickest, which it's been a long day. We had like 3 2-hour series today.
Sometimes that's the way it is.
Yep. See if Thieves can do anything more efficiently here on offense. Trying to isolate players off of spawn, doing a good job of that, dealing with Simp. They haven't made any progress really on too much. Of the fact is you've been on a point for the most part, so you still have a minute on the clock.
Yeah, you kind of saw from like Scrap's point of view, they're just like kind of giving them nothing. You know, FaZe, they're really taking their time, trying not to bleed lives. Now they're starting to. With only one player on it, that 8 point just goes so slowly, but now they very much are.
They turned it on here.
As well, you are up 7 lives. Pretty much that formula I was talking about, this is exactly it. Thieves doing it now.
Yeah, it's basically exactly what we saw FaZe do just a couple rounds ago. Or just a couple rounds, just the last round. There's the capture, and basically identical situations, pretty much.
Yeah, 7 life advantage, 2 minutes. The only difference here is you still have that map control, right? There's no situation where it's seeming like they're gonna go 3 or 4 dead.
That's true. I mean, they were able to do that to him, right? And they brought the lives back in what felt like 20 seconds. Not happening here. Thieves just keep ripping and roaring.
FaZe have got nothing. You already have 1 tick done at B. Finally, you get something there, but you're gonna have to peek Scrap sooner or later. Finally, you do. Hydra going out for the trade. He's thinking they can finish that tick, maybe, but it doesn't matter. Still 7 lives in the advantage, a minute 40.
Yeah, it's like if you're FaZe, you're gonna have to have some 4-down stretch here, some nice sequence that really gets you back into it. Otherwise, it should be pretty similar to what we saw last round. Scrap killing Celium so hard, half his body was in the ground. Sit back, looking for angles. Scrap still there and still shooting. 7 lives left. They're doing this even better than FaZe did last round, just choking them out. Beautifully done there from Thieves, and probably the best we've seen them look over the course of this series.
Yeah, now it's just, can they, is that the round to finally get them going? See a little bit more animation from Scrap, just trying to talk to the boys, get them locked in. They gotta slow this man down. Abizi up to 28 already. Well, they're gonna need a very good defense here to try to secure it for round 5.
I mean, he's averaging nearly 10 a round. He's been terrific. He's on pace for a huge one if this goes all the way to round 5. I mean, look at him compared. I mean, Simp's got 10, by the way. Abizi has 28. There's no one even like in the same ballpark as him right now. This could be some kind of control record if he keeps it going, but we'll see if that'll be the case. Thieves got to push this to round 5 if any kind of number is going to be set. A much better opening break here from Thieves. Nearly get all 4. Abizi, of course, the one that's going to get away, at least for now. Then obviously he's going to get a kill as well. On 30, on a 3, on an absolute heater. Will he be enough to just have FaZe close this out here? But nobody else is really finding kills. It's just kind of been Abizi.
Yeah, and the problem is you've had like nobody really on A, so already 30 seconds burned. Like the lives aren't too bad yet. Ghosty's all the way pushed up in your base.
No.
Yeah, weird timing there. Scrap's already down the zip line. Draza looking for some spawn kills. Like this is great and all, but again, game clock already at 45. While Draza's here, the rest of your teammates are in your base.
Yeah, he's just looking for somebody, and they spawn on the other side. He does get eyes on him at least, but Hydra's going to get away.
Wow, one more bullet, I think, yeah.
He's frustrated with that one, I'm sure, because he doesn't get the kill, and his team is just getting farmed, so he's going to have to wrap back and try to get on the point because time is dwindling. 30 seconds left to go. He's in trouble. Teammates still in trouble as well. Hydra and Scrap still eating inside of their house, stealing all their food. Draza, that stretch from Draza was not fun. That was just frustrating. He effectively did nothing.
This is what he needed, right? I mean, it had to be almost flawless. They had a 2-tick advantage. So Thieves just really putting on the pressure, trying to get that round 5 defense.
They turned it up massively here. Can they just close it out? You do get 3 dead. Probably the best stretch you had from FaZe throughout the course of this one, but then Envoy answers back with a double. You still have 1 on the point. Ghosty's trying to clean it up. Simp with some nice shots to back up Ghosty. Scrap, though, able to peek it as well. Then you get somebody on over towards A. They're going to have to now push across and try to clean them up off of this. We'll see if they can somehow get the minute extension or get any kind of ticks. You have the 1 tick on A.
That one on B is almost done, but they're still fighting A. And so Thieves are trying to get on this. Here we go. There's the contest. Kosi sliding on through. Draza looking over it. Should be down to Draz. It is, and I'm pretty sure Thieves have it for round 5. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I didn't know if they need one more. We'll see. Yeah, I'll be honest. I lost track of the ticks. I wasn't sure if they needed one more or not.
Normally I'm good at it, but it's like my bedtime right now. You know? I'm an old man.
It's late. It's late. It's been a long one. We'll see. So it will be Thieves defending.
I did track it right. Nice.
So they did enough there to get the defense. Now can they just replicate that? Because you had a nice attack.
And I mean, what a two couple of rounds from Thieves.
No, it was 2 really good rounds from FaZe, then 2 even better ones from Thieves. aBeZy still on insane pace. But it seems like Thieves have woken up within this series. And it's not a team you want to give any kind of momentum because they are now starting to feel it. And, well, man, might have another series going to go to a map 5. We'll see. It was looking like a 3-0. Not really feeling that way anymore. That was headshots.
Yeah, well, I think Cell is still weak.
Yeah. Just like
I'm going to assume so.
Bullet or 2 to the dome.
Josie with some nice shots. He's on 3 in a row. And a Scrap again, kind of leading the way. He really stepped up in map 2. Had double digits for the loss. But you saw him just when we went to the player camps. He was just trying to get the boys a little fired up. And it's worked so far. Just can they win this round? They are very much in control.
Is keep pushing up this lives situation. I mean, this time it's Simp kind of working through the back. Is he'll get back onto A. I think they're going to get 2 players onto that. See if they can win this other 2-on-2 skirmish that's going down the stairwell.
That looks like a fun fight.
Yeah, super fun. But still, you got 26 seconds left. You just had no success. They have found no openings towards the objective. And these last 2 offenses. I feel like there's just been 2 players battling out of spawn for FaZe like for the past 5 minutes. Like at all times.
Yeah, and the one player maybe just trying to make a play. Every single time has gotten cut down, and now the multi-kills just starting to ramp up. Down 2-0, down 2-0 in the control as well. Starting to bring it back here as Thieves.
Will that be enough to wake him up? We're going to get to the point. Simp is able to get there. Not sure he's going to do much, though. One person will be able to get on. It's desperation time. You're down 7 lives. Everyone is sending it on forward. You got everywhere to check. He does finish one, but you still got aBeZy and Cell there on the point. We'll see if they can get that minute extension. It's doable still, but Hydra a chance to really tear this thing apart. Depending on how fast this gets picked up and how fast he can maybe trade. It does get picked up. Draza will find Hydra. Minute extension is through. You're down 5. Can FaZe do something crazy now? They've got 2 dead. 45 to go. 3 dead.
Before? Oh, he doesn't catch him. Still trying to find him, and there we go. All 4 dead. Now you're going to have multiple players on it.
Hold up.
Cellium locked in down the middle of the map, or at least trying to. Instead gets caught, but the rest of FaZe are on B.
They're going to get 3 off of it. They clear it. 40 seconds to go, and you just don't have the lives. You've only got 3 people up. They were so close to bringing this back. But now you're in trouble. Just got to trade this efficiently if you're Thieves, and it's done. 1 player remaining in Draza, and he is night-night. Down 0-2, 3 brilliant rounds for Thieves, and they'll extend the series. And now the boys look a little bit fired up. Maybe some energy changes here. Well, that was nearly an insane comeback from FaZe, but.
All right, we got a series, dude. That's what I wanted to see.
I mean, there's probably like 2 other things Cell can probably do from that spot. It's A, just don't even peek at all. Just sit behind the gun and just lock down top mid. The other is honestly,
as soon as he started doing the pull up there, I was like, oh god.
After you kill Scrap, I'm thinking just run. If you're gonna stack it, right? You know you have 6 lives. If they 4-stack that, I think the round's done.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to get caught sprinting away. Always tough in that scenario. He puts up 34. He caught up to aBeZy. He's the one who really turned it on.
No, aBeZy went into that with like 35 or something, didn't he? He went into that round with like 34 or 35. I'm pretty sure he didn't get a kill or something.
Well, Selden must have really turned up.
I think so.
Yeah, because he finishes with 24 offensive kills. So, yeah, that round 5, he got going, but it didn't matter. Thieves just had enough.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened to aBeZy with his last couple, but no, he did not. He went from frying to getting fried, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he just, like, hits the movement and dives onto it. Are they done with that point? Might be.
Yeah. You never know, but if they get the 4-stack, is it long enough to just close it out? I'm kind of thinking it might have been, but that might be a call.
Excuse me.
It's a bit of a hike at that point, but like you might have been able to do it. And then this is the round they're able to get it done. They had a big advantage in lives, and from here it is just all Thieves the rest of the way.
Yeah, this is when they really got going. Well, they win that attack round, and then on defense, just FaZe were able to find nothing, kind of get shut out. That gives Thieves defense. And I forgot to fit the round that FaZe won. It was through lives, not ticks. So they only had like 4 that round. So instead of like that sort of 6.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, no, that's what you would like screw them up sometimes. Like especially last year, right? Like they ran into that problem on Invasion sometimes. They play around the lives and then they get around 5 offense because of it. And that can bite you sometimes, and kind of ends up doing it here.
Great shots right there from Hydra for that retake on the B, and there we go. That's what we normally see from that guy. As they are happy to see him at 4.
Yeah. No, they look kind of dead in the water. Energy didn't seem to be there. Then they get that. And now, well, I mean, the energy's going to come because you're going to play Skyline. You're just going to be headbutting each other.
It's been a long day. Everybody's looking for the energy.
Yeah, no, certainly are, Joe. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just sort of blabbering. Actually, I fell asleep in the green room before this. I'll be honest. It's been a long one. It's about 75 goddamn degrees in this room.
You have a nap like once or twice a day, right?
Am I at that age where I need to be napping?
Yeah, like micro napping.
I don't know what's happening. I just know that like this is like the 3rd time today where it looks like a 3-0, and then next thing you know, it's a 2.5-hour series. Like, what was the first one to start today? The Rocker one, right? Like,
yeah.
That was like 30 seconds for being a 3-0. And next thing I know, there's
that's because
2 game drops. And we
haven't had any of that yet.
2.5 hours go by.
Let's chill.
Yeah.
We don't want any of that.
You're right.
We just want some great Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that's what we're getting.
We're gonna get that, Joe. Except we're going to Skyline, which is not great Call of Duty, but we're...
Yeah, but it's going to be fun.
That's true. It is going to be fun for the players. Just going to be in there, just... I'll kill you, and you're going to spawn right there.
That's the way it works.
Yep, that's the way it works. We'll get to battle here on Skyline. You see some smiles now on the Thieves players' faces. Scraps fired up. They're having fun. And yeah, you didn't see any of this in the first 2 maps.
No, you saw nothing.
They were snoozing. Now they throw a punch and start to feel it a bit.
And then on the other side for like FaZe, right? You've been sort of, again, not being the FaZe that we know. Starting to dominate a series. Now it's one of these tough mental battles where they're just going to have to, hopefully not collapse.
We'll see. Well, they're going to get tested now a little bit after they were absolutely grooving. We saw the bracket there for a second. Now we have part of the bracket and part of the
got it. There it is.
And back to the bracket. Listen, we're just keeping everybody on their toes. This is how it looks right now. We got Ravens versus Optic on the top side. Rocker will play the winner of this. FaZe a map away from moving on, and Sunday will be our final 3 matches.
Yeah, I mean, great showing from Rocker so far. 2 Game 5 wins. Again, a tough team to put away. On the other side, Optic, doing their thing, and Carolina still looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of that one, they were up they were down like 2-5 or 3-5, and I ran to the restroom because we were going to cast, and I come back and they won the map. I was like, oh, I thought they were dead in the water. I swear I left and they were losing the map, and then they pull it out. This Ravens team has been a fun one. TJ has been popping up. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, search and destroy tomorrow between those two should be great to watch, right? Because Optic's on that win streak. And,
like 7 in a row.
Carolina, that's just been their bread and butter.
Yeah, no, that'll be a really fun one to watch. Just waiting for the hard point to get loaded up here, but you've got superstars across the page. Every player on your screen able to absolutely drop a bomb on a map like this. Just might, literally any of them could put up 40 plus. The potential is there from these guys. We went to Skyline once, at least for the search and destroy. That was a really dominant search victory from FaZe. This is obviously going to be a whole hell of a lot different, but there's been some dramatic ones here for Thieves. They've had like a 250-249 win, like a 250-245. I think they've had some just nail biters. What was the 250-249? Was that against the Gorilla? That was the Gorillas one, right?
Yeah, it's the only one. So yeah, 1-0, and that's their win.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their win.
That one was so crazy, I guess, that I was thinking it was multiple. But that one was wild, though. That one was wild.
And then for the FaZe side, 1-1. So a couple more reps, or another rep over FaZe, but yeah, Thieves able to clutch that one out.
See, we get a different looking team now. They seem fired up. opening little sequence here seems to be the advantage to FaZe. I thought that for a second, but we go 2 for 2. Now Thieves trying to fight for position. Zabizi's just been lurking down here. Can't take down anymore, and into the hardpoint first will be Thieves now to try and pick up some of this time. Celium just looking for the angle as he's stunned up, and his teammates are finding kills around him.
A nice job by Draws, and now just trying to get the time. Pulls out the pistol, gonna reposition. FaZe just trying to flip those spawns, trying to get P2 control, and there we go. What a start from FaZe after what happened to them throughout that protocol. Maybe not what you would expect, but this is the response you like to see.
No, that little, like, viewers watching the minimap, that little sequence from when they got into the hard point to, like, setting up and winning the gunfights for P2 was perfect. Like, that was clinical. So now getting position here. We'll see what kind of lead they can now turn this into. We know this can be such a scrappy map. I mean, more often than not, teams are within a couple points of each other, but this has been a very good minute of Call of Duty here from FaZe, as they've had no holes in their setup.
Finally, you get some pressure towards the back staircase, but it's just been multi-kill
after
multi-kill, and Abizi shuts down that push, and now he's going to try to get aggressive through the middle of the map. Keep it going, as he's up to 8-2. He was so good in map number 3.
Well, he was until he wasn't, I guess. I gotta go look at like the fall off there, but yeah, too easy for Abizi in that sequence. That was disgusting.
Just not slowing down.
And you don't get that many like 60s on Skyline usually. I know you got some money hills. There's some harder to break, but like not usually that clean.
Not a P2. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's possible, but it's normally around that P4.
Abizi had, what, 11 through the first round of control. He's got 11 through the opening 2 hard points here. Off to a banger start, but now it's like Thieves, when are they going to go ahead and answer? And if you think back to what, at least the map 1, right? They went into a pretty big hole, and then they had one big hole. They got them right back into the game. Maybe their chance to do it now, but obviously a mid-map scrapper is what you can have on this point. You try to take the route, but they pick it up.
That is a great read by Draws. Yeah, because you had 4 dead and a lot of room for Hydrant to work with.
Well, I'm sure
but another 4 dead. So there we go. After that first kill comes on through, then you can make this play. This is great time so far. 20-25 seconds earned for LADs, and now can they transition it to a P4 hold, get themselves right back into the game. Simp is able to find a couple and just let them know there's some presence bedroom side.
I'm sure their game plan when they're in some of their tough matchup is just a where is Hydra, where is Shotzi, is a lot of the comps, and trying to shut down those routes from happening. But maybe able to go back-to-back hard points now. Is Abizi will be the last one up, and he'll get traded out. You have another nice setup for Thieves as they flip the game on its head. You got vision on all of them. I don't even know he realizes he got 2 players there. He's shooting at 1. I think it's the headshot on the back player.
Yep.
That looked ridiculous from Ghosty. But this is Skyline.
Yes, it's it. I mean, yeah, then Simp and Abizi spawn up, and then Abizi's on another 3 in a row.
Yeah, that was the most Skyline. Like Ghosty with a double, and then the player he killed gets a double right after.
Well, just back and forth.
Yep, it sure is, Joe. Well, they get him spawning out pretty deep this time due to, I think, number 7 and Envoy kind of pushing out.
Yeah, but you need it this time. Honestly, this 15 seconds, because that goes FaZe's way. That's 70-point lead or so instead. Yeah. A little bit different, and you're right back into the game if you're LADs.
Yeah, these are the types of maps. Usually we talk about like a Bocage or a Skyline, like a 50-point lead is more than a 50-point lead like another map. Like it's almost like double it kind of versus like a more traditional map.
Were they gonna read this? Simp gets a spawn out, and he might just get a freebie. Instead, he puts some shots in, just tries to reposition. So it could have been a lot worse. All three FaZe players spawn up on the left. Simp spawns up on the right, doesn't punish him. And now they can get into a setup. As Envoy's gonna spawn on up, him and Hydra gonna work kitchen side.
Looking for a potential lead change here, but not gonna come yet. Still trailing by 7 are Thieves.
That was chasing a ghost?
Yeah, no, absolutely was. Abizi now with the double. Back into the hardpoint go FaZe. Thieves trying to bring this back. Get some big plays, big momentum, and get this to a map 5. They brought it back after being down big early. Let's go to listen in now with Thieves.
One's wood. Wouldn't it be Jim? That's one AC. They're still sitting P3. I just want to top.
Yeah, I'm with
Piano steps done. Nice, I'm here. We should go fast. And then, oh, jump. Go. I'm needing here. We're needed. Solid. Let's go back. Kitchen, first guy. He jumped off. Kitchen, careful. Pat to Zig. Play through the time, guys. Two back door. No picked up mid. No mid hole. You know what, Zig? There's two. Zig weak in the back door. Zig in back door. Like, Zig when Pino steps. Pino steps too. You're gonna be front. I spawned all the way out. They're gonna be top mid too. Top mid. Fast. One more property. Buy time, guys. They can only go top mid. It looks like. Yeah, white's fine. You're gonna be in the back of me. Building back door. I can get your side plat. Hold back door weak. Back door. One shot back door. Two back door. Two mid. Yo, side plat, Ernie. Alright, yo, one's to the right, one's a Kano. One shot. I'm gonna get mid. He's gonna be mid. He's gonna beat you. Perfect two, BZ. I don't know. Yo, two mid. They're gonna drop down, it looks like. One more mid. Jim, close up, Paco, close up. Okay. So we gotta hold top. I'll hold top. I'll hold top. Help mid, Paco. Yeah. It could be top mid. I hear you. I have the pinch. Little piano. I'm holding their side, Ernie. You have it? Okay. I'm watching. I'll jump down. I have mid. Hold their side. Nothing pinch. I have all their side, Ernie. Outside, mid, then. Okay, come on, top mid, in between, then. Nothing else top mid. Gonna be Jim. Yeah. Jim, one shot again. Nice. I have mid. Help them. Yeah, I'm mid. Top mid right now. Mid hole. I'm getting into Jim. Only one of them. I'm watching Jim. I have Jim. Hold their side. Just hold their side. Three guys through. One shot that side. One shot. Mid. I said for the time. I played. Yeah. One time. Pushing through. Play this time heavy. 20 seconds. Let's get mid and shit. Low bed. One was low bed. I'm easy.
Ghost has got caught in mouse.
Jacuzzi. One shot, Jacuzzi. And top ball. Jacuzzi, one shot. I can help you time. Just take our time. Go on time, bro. There's two on time. I think he's outer. I think he's holding outer. Inner, Jim. In outer. Two. Outer, one shot. One mid. One. Close inner, one shot out. Outer. Close up. I need really close up.
There's something about Hydra yelling Jacuzzi that got me going, Joe, but that was a sequence from FaZe. They're still up 20. Abizi has been a multi-kill demon. He's on 7 straight.
Yeah, he's having a match. I mean, even just that scene right at the end of that listening. Multi-kill has the pistol as well. But when you talk about this P4, that is LA Thieves with a break. 2 from Scrap, 2 from Ghosty. They are in a prime position to tie this game up.
It's just one of those things, Joe. I just don't really care until we're at 200 to 200. That it's going to be there.
Be close,
Skyline, it's going to be there eventually. I know we're going to get to 200, and then we're going to turn on the Jets, Joe. It's like Invasion. They don't care around 5.
Okay.
It's like the same thing. Just wait till it's 200, and let me know, all right?
I'll let you know.
I'm just kidding, but that'll be the score.
It's pretty darn close right now.
At some point, that'll be the score. Still inside and fighting and looking for a lead change. It's going to be Thieves. Ghosty, 4 in a row for him. Looking to make it 5. Just painting the body of Cell in the corner. Scrap will get a freebie. Cell peeks a little bit wide. The damage gets in. Teammate able to pick it up. But you trade it if you're FaZe, at least for the most part. So still a contest around the point. But we're in our 3rd set, and they've still got position there at back Jacuzzi.
And that was a chance there for Thieves. Scrap, I mean, he goes on a long route, and he was able to find that first one, and they just couldn't get him out of the hill. But if they're able to get them out of the hill, you'd have P2 spawns. You'd be in a great spot for the rest of the game. But FaZe do a nice job. Just kind of recovering from that situation. But there will be a 3 dead, but you see, splits are going to come in. So Drazen and BZ are going to have a chance to lock down this P2.
Well, it's really just going to be easy now until the teammates get there. A multi-kill out of that big time for one if he was able to do it. That time only able to get 1. Simp hops out. He hops down. Simp is able to catch the timing on his teammate then, so he'll be back into the mix as they're up over 200.
Yeah,
Here come Thieves again, though.
What a sequence there. I mean, yeah, those spawns just allow FaZe at least make this messy enough. Because, yeah, Thieves are thinking we very much have control, but all 3 players hit P1, so that spawn was open, and now FaZe are here.
Jeez.
Hanging onto this lead.
Ghosty, though, up the grapple, gets 2, and Draws is like, where did he go? He's just laying down behind the table, chilling. Finally able to slide out and deal with it. The free fire, a little too early.
It was on point.
It might have been nasty, yeah. But just still a mixer around it. But for the most part, you've had advantage of your FaZe. You're just building this lead a little bit by a little bit. BC on 34, seeing what he can do. He's getting shot from everybody, but his teammate and Cell gets shots through on the cross, saves him, and he'll secure the final 10 or so seconds. Now we take a look at the other side of the fight. Is Simp getting back to full HP and trying to get rocket and roll, and not going to be able to do it. I thought Thieves gets all the kills, but draws is 2. Probably going to keep it scrappy again because you can't get set up Graveyard Thieves, one of these central hard points, so we'll keep an eye on the spawns.
Well, that's kind of, in a way, because the spawns are so close, that double from draws actually gives them numbers on their next push.
It's like
right in a 3-on-2, so that one multi-kill changes everything.
It's weird because like multi-kills almost like aren't as important sometimes in a map like this, but they are in the sense it can make things just crazier, right? Like it does. 10 more points needed for the win. 40 up for Abizi. They find all the kills. They've got him spawning out as deep as you could. The only guy close is Hydra, and they're able to pick that up before he gets one. FaZe shut it down 3-1. They let the map 3 get away from them. Couldn't close it out clean, but
damn.
Good that map 4, and that's a hell of a series for Abizi. Like, I think he falls flat at the end of that control, but outside of that, I mean, he was a playmaker in the search and destroy. He was on a tear there.
Yeah, I mean, the best they've looked all year.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. And it's, you know, I don't know what all we can take from. We don't know exactly what the scrim schedules were like for either team. I imagine FaZe was putting in a lot more work, getting in the lab over the break, right? You would think they were more than Thieves. Like, Thieves felt pretty comfortable going into it. You had to improve a lot more for your FaZe. So we need to see these improvements continue. But yeah, coming back with a matchup like this, best win they've had all year. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's just the way they did it too, right? It's just like they weren't these gritty wins. Like even in the 5-map series that we saw earlier, like when they were winning like that game 4, it took a heroic effort from a couple of players. But yeah, BZ gets 40, and the one guy kind of we highlighted coming into this series who fried versus FaZe was Envoy, and
he got smoked this one.
Yeah, just struggles a little bit. As Atlanta FaZe, they do their thing.
And that was also the first time, I'm curious what like Ann will say, but like when we watched them for the most part, like one thing he said a lot is like they look like they're behind, like they don't know how to play yet. I didn't really feel that a lot during this. Like it didn't seem like they just seemed lost at times, and I know it's just a series, but curious his thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see how. I mean, yeah, could have another big day tomorrow, but see if they can keep this consistency going.
See if they're back, but it ends up being a 52-point victory there. It basically always is on Skyline. It's a tight one till the finish.
Yeah, he gets a 200-200 though, so.
That's right. I didn't.
What's up?
You didn't. That's right. You're right. All right. That's my bad. That's my bad, Joe. I was a couple points off. No protocol. Search and destroy to close it out. We end it in 4. I thought we were going 5 just based on how the day was, honestly. As soon as like that, they kind of whatever. Thieves came alive or phased through it. Like
control was. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're going 5 after that. I was like, we have to.
Yeah, I thought we were going game 5, but nope.
Just like you saw kind of in the break.
They could not close that shootout.
They built up a bit of a lead, and it's just the way they were doing it, right? That Abizi multi-kill. The gun stayed warm for FaZe. That was just like, again, a big mental test for
Optic FaZe bang out final.
The break, and then also like that sequence from like P1 into P2 was perfect. Like it was literally perfect. And they go up big, and they end up holding on. But that'll do it for Joe and I and for our matches. To close it out, we get back to our great desk.
We miss you guys already. Great stuff from Merc and Maven, and fantastic work from Nameless. The Oracle called
That's
this
crazy.
one.
Killed it.
And what's even cooler than you like getting 2 upsets right on this day is also the fact that you wanted a game 5.
Yeah.
You were rooting against the team you picked because you like this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup's always great, and it brings the best out of Atlanta FaZe, clearly. It was their 2 best series of the year. This one, they get the W, and if we went to that protocol game 5, it would have been absolutely incredible. But good for FaZe. They look good right now, and Abizi just had a hell of a series.
Thank you, Abizi, for getting us out of here before Midnight Alley. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here from game number 4. Atlanta FaZe and LA Thieves were knotted up at 171 each.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to tip it to Abe, right? Abizi, I mean, he was already 10-plus kills over everybody else in the lobby at the start of this. He did the same thing in map number 1 as well. So for Abizi, I mean, I feel like this has just been a series for him to kind of step up and kind of put his name in our mouths. And
shit, let's hope for FaZe Optic finals tomorrow, dude.
More about the ARs and the SMG duos just because of the way they're performing. Cellium was constantly topping top.
I mean, I know it's gonna happen.
It's just going to be the year of the SMG. It's going to be the year that we really put a lot on Abizi and Simp because they have been unreal in this series.
Yeah, I think a big difference in this one, especially the hard points, was just like the SMG positioning, like on both the maps.
Where'd Ghostly go?
You saw Abizi going off and getting a ton of kills, and he was just like running at them like a chicken with his head cut off. Like he was playing his positions really well, being a rat when he needed to be a rat, and that's why I thought that they were so far behind. Like the subs weren't pushing out at the proper times, and in these two maps they were, and you saw them prioritize like big positions. Like when they flipped the P2 at the end there, they know how crazy it's going to get, but they just play off their trades, off the information. So communication's gotten better. Everybody played so much better throughout this series. They put in that work in this holiday break.
We have two teams that entered outside the top 4, now officially in the top 4 in our bracket. We say goodbye to LA Thieves. Atlanta FaZe, the 10th seed, the dark horse. They play Minnesota, the 5th seed. Somebody has an easy ride to the finals here. Nameless, we get a game 5 though out of Minnesota once again.
I mean, why not, right?
No
I think
way.
also
Come
this
on.
map set definitely like catered towards Atlanta a little bit more.
Oh,
We talked about it with LA Thieves, so it could be a close game against Minnesota.
I hope we see some S&Ds, maybe 2 of them, and more plays like this from Abizi. It's S&D super stellar performances in your Scuff play of the game, featuring Search and Destroy superstar First Blood Master Abizi.
Is the First Blood Demon in Abizi, right? And this is also just what we've been waiting for, the S&D that we're used to from Atlanta FaZe. It's aggressive, it's calculated. Their post plants were miles and miles ahead of what we have seen previously in the past couple of matches in that Skyline S&D, and a lot of it was off of the back of the First Blood.
Damn, chat. Freaking Nadeshot tweeted out, I don't want to see our guys log off the game until the first major. Clearly the foot was taken off the gas pedal over the break. Figure it out.
I don't even know. I mean, I felt like I was untradeable today.
Abizi, congratulations on the win. I wanted to kind of pick your brain a bit. Do you feel like you guys have just been playing up and down to your competition? Because I almost feel like that's how these series have gone. Or do you think you're just much more comfortable now as we get into a couple more weeks into the season?
Yeah, I just think we had a slow start. Like, I feel like we grinded a lot. Like after the break, like we started a little bit earlier, got a lot of reps in, and I feel like we're a lot more comfortable and we're a lot more confident. And I also feel like we're having a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what was the discussion like, you know, after the start to the season? Obviously, it was pretty bad, and you guys have never really been in that position before. What did you guys talk about? How did you write this train? And then the second part to this question is, obviously, you guys lose your S&D coach, and that's a game mode you pride yourself in. What have you guys been doing to sort of supplement that and figure out your search?
I mean, I feel like we've had a lot of like talks, obviously, and we've been putting in like so much time into the game, like since we like started the season 1 and 3. Like I said, like we started really early after the break, and I feel like we just, you know, we weren't really having like, I feel like fun as we should have been, and I feel like we're actually like having fun right now, and it shows because I feel like we're all just flowing on the map, and it feels nice for sure.
That's good.
I mean, another question to kind of, I guess, push your brain. Would you guys prefer moving forward to have more matches like this where you go the distance, games 4s, games 5s, where you really have to get the blood pumping and work hard for the win? Or do you think moving forward, you guys prefer a couple of 3-0s, a couple of easy confidence boosters heading into Major 1?
I definitely think some 3-0s, you know, to, you know, make sure that we're, you know, showing how dominant we really are as a team. So I think, because I think a lot of our series have been close to start the year. Prefer to get some 3-0s in there.
You've had enough. We've had enough.
Yeah.
Abe, final question for you. Who do the FaZe fans expect to play in the finals, Carolina or Optic Texas?
I would say Optic. I think right now they're feeling really nice. So I look forward to playing them if we get there.
Little FaZe Optic Grand Final for Minor 1?
Why not?
Would not be a bad way to finish in my eyes. Abizi, congrats on your stellar performance tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Abizi. He earned your Scuff Play of the Day honors, and of course, he wasn't the only one. We had some big winners across the board, starting with our first matchup. Nameless was sweating at the break. Minnesota down 0-2, but the Rocker don't go away.
Yo, shout out my boy Nero, man. Listen, I think it's because Ohio State won yesterday. He was absolutely dialed today, taking over. And honestly, everybody on this team, man, a gritty roster, a bunch of guys that really nobody wanted, right? They decided to team with each other, and they're making magic happen. Now sitting at top 4, got themselves some CDL points, so the seeding looks good for champs when we get there. But yeah, these guys looking good right now. They're just looking to win the whole thing.
Man, he really is like a super Buckeye fan. He's like Will Howard right there. All right, let's keep up moving on as we take a look at match number 2. This was Optic, and they went another game 5 against Boston Breach. Boston actually had the edge after 3 games. Optic had to come back in games 4 and 5.
Oh man, it was a spooky one indeed, especially after that map number 1 once again. But it's going to be off the back of Kylo Ken, who showed up when his team needed him in the last 2 maps in the Protocol Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, going 11-6 for that win.
One of the biggest surprises of the weekend was not the fact that Kenny still has a good gunny on Optic, Texas, but what was happening in New York. Cloud9 struggle bus riding throughout the first 2 weeks of the qualifier. Let's talk a little bit about their matchup against Carolina. They put up a good fight against the Royal Ravens, going all the way to that game 5.
Yeah, the hardpoint looks great. They clearly put in a lot of work there. It's just the search and destroy, and honestly, we went to a round 11.
Yes.
Right? It was some big clutches, and I mean, Carolina was like, they were showing off strats that like typically teams wait for the major to show off, right? So I think for Cloud9, definitely a learning experience in some of those rounds, but I think you still feel pretty good about where you're standing right now.
Absolutely.
But you definitely need points. So for them, when we get back to league matches, they need to get some dubs.
Cloud9 or Boston Breach, who finishes higher at the major?
Ooh.
I'll go Cloud9.
I'm gonna go Cloud9 with you. I agree.
I don't land on anything right now. Black or red, whatever you decide, I'm trailing it. All right, that's what we had for our 4 games. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, though. Unfortunately, Boston's road has come to an end. Same thing for the Falcons and Cloud9. But shout out to Snoopy Attached Xnid for breaking in alongside TJ and Dashy. When was the last time you saw TJ in the top 5 for a KD?
Black Ops score, probably.
Right? He likes Hacienda. Look out for this guy. And of course, your bracket only has 4 of our 12 teams remaining. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Which one is the closer series, Allie?
Ooh, the closer series, definitely Carolina Royal Ravens versus Optic, Texas. But I don't want to disrespect Minnesota again.
Yeah, I'm going to keep talking smack to Minnesota because it seems to be working for him. You got stink, Paul. Let's take a look at the match schedule. FaZe wakes up bright and early. 2:45 Eastern will be the pre-show. They're warming up an hour before that. Optic and Royal Ravens, of course, will be taking the stage at 4:30. Nameless, do we have a long grand final?
I think so. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of parity at the top of the league, and I think we're going to get some bangers tomorrow. I mean, teams have been bringing all the stops, game 5s left and right. Let's do it again.
Hey, big shout out to everyone on production. Stalls are never fun. They powered through it like champions. Your casters are some of the best on the planet. Go to Twitter. Remind them that as we head to. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, YouTube. That's going to go ahead and do it for me over here. I will catch you guys over on Twitch and Kick over in a little while. I'm going to go ahead and take my dog out. And go take a big old shit. No, I'm playing. No, but I'm going to take my dog out and stuff too. So I'll be back over on the Twitch and Kick side. We'll probably play a little bit of COD ranked and maybe move on to some Marvel Rivals for the rest of the night. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me over here on the YouTube side, man. I will be back tomorrow over here at 1:30 Central Time for the finals. So we definitely got Optic versus Ravens, and then we got FaZe versus Rocker. So I'm definitely hoping for an Optic FaZe finals. So we shall see how the day goes tomorrow, man. But prayers for Optic FaZe for the finals, and prayers for Optic to win this first minor tournament. But until then, appreciate y'all hanging out. Appreciate y'all showing love, man. And if you guys haven't already, man, be sure to leave a like on this stream, man. And if you go ahead and watch the VOD later, be sure to leave a like on the stream as well. All right. But until then, appreciate y'all hanging out. Appreciate all the love, man. I'll see you guys over on the Twitch and Kick side in a little bit. Peace, peace.